Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Jono, the optimist. And why is there an echo? There we go. Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Jono, the eternal optimist. And how you doing? Hello. Welcome, welcome. Alex Curse, how you doing? How was your week? Hope you had a fantastic week ahead of you. It's been a while since we did a stream on a Thursday, but here we are. Name, hello, welcome. Yes, my microphone might sound a little different today, and that's because I have all of my EQ settings disabled for the stream tonight. So I've had to lock myself in my room. I got to make sure the windows are closed, the door is sealed, because we're going to be doing some voice acting tonight. Yeah, beautiful intro. Yeah, I love it. I never get tired. The song and the visuals just, exactly what I wanted. I'm so happy with that. Alex, not Alex. The music guy, I've actually forgotten his name. I need to go check it up. The visuals done by Vitch. Yeah, the visuals, the animation, the animation that was done by Vitch. Incredible work. And yeah, the music I got from Skeb, actually. I got from Skeb, the same guy who's doing the music you're hearing right now, the Devil theme song. I commissioned the same guy from Skeb twice. He did the anime intro song for me, and then he did the Devil intro song. So yeah, I really like the guy's work. I should go check. I need to go find out what their name is so I can add them to the description credits. I need to do that. Note to self. Make description credits. But yeah, how are you doing? You're doing all right? Excellent. I am very excited today. That said, I will be voice acting, so my interactions will be kept to somewhat of a minimum because, well, we have a lot of voice lines to do, and we're not gonna. It's not physically possible to do all of them today. Yeah, this game is massive. There are 7,629 voice lines for the narrator. Just the narrator, not the other characters. Just the narrator. 7,629. The good news is that I've already done 160 of them. So less than 5%. Wait, let's see here. 160 divided by 7,629 times 100 gives us 2%. I've done 2%. Whoa, you've never seen this avatar before. Welcome back, Pocket Lint. Welcome back. Yeah, this is the devil Jono. So every single one of my models is a different species from my homeworld. And the devil model is when I need to be more laid back, a little bit more chill. Perfect for tonight's stream for voice acting. So I usually use the devil model, and you can see he's a tall boy. He's a very tall boy. Wait, let me see if I can. Just a sec. If I pop that there and then push. Nope. Why? Oh, I've got the wrong one selected. That's why. Yeah, it's been glitching out a little bit, and because the model's duplicated. So we will fix that right now because I have the wrong model selected. For some reason, I have two devil models now. I don't know when that happened. I think Steam tried to do like a save file transfer, and it caused things to get a little weird. But yeah, you can see I got a wave, and I got my hands. I can put them open and close. And when I lean forward and back, my character leans like that. But yeah, the devils are very tall. So yeah, the long legs. He's 90% legs. Still better than the OG model where... Let's see, where is he? Where is the OG? Here we go. The OG Jono model has no legs. Missing legs. Don't worry. With Jono 2.0, we will have him fixed. With Jono 2.0, we will be getting legs. Slight spoiler, but yeah, we will be adding legs. Okay, please tell me I selected the correct devil this time. Yes, okay. We have selected the correct devil. All right, so we'll pop that there. Yeah, my favorite thing about this model is the tie, the blinking tie. It's such a small detail, but I love it. Every time I blink, the tie blinks. I love that. But hey, Hector, just dropping by. I hope you have fun stream. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be a voice acting stream. So it's going to be mostly me just screaming into the microphone and hoping that everybody gets entertainment from that. But yeah, welcome. My guy turned into Danny Phantom. Ooh, that's something I haven't heard of in a while. But let's go to the Ultra Room. And I do have some mild lo-fi that you should be able to hear it, and it shouldn't interfere with the voice recordings. So I'm hoping that the lo-fi here will not interrupt the stream. But this is going to be what we're looking at for most of the time. As you can see here where my model is currently situated, we have 7,600 and, well, no, it's more like 7,500 and something. But yeah, we have a lot of voice lines to get through. So every time I finish one, it will get saved over here, and then I drag it into there, and I drag this one into there, and then I do the next one, and then I drag and drag, and I do the next one. So I've got the whole process laid out and good to go. And I have my scripts here. These are the ones I've already done so far. And then every time I finish a voice line, I just put a little symbol over there, and it turns green. And then we know that we've done it. And I can double check because this is the file names over here, what they use in the game engine. And this is the script. It's not perfect because I used a speech to text translator. So it says here, "Thank you, sir," but it should say something like Tirsu's script. So if we just
Githyanki Tirsu, the script of your people.
See, Githyanki became "Thank you, sir." somehow Githyanki became "Thank you, sir." So I would say here Githyanki, but I'm not gonna fix every single one because I know roughly what it's gonna be. So
Githyanki Tirsu.
Githyanki Tirsu. So Githyanki Tirsu. Full stop. The script. There we go. So I'm not gonna waste my time fixing every single mistranslation. As long as I hear it and I know roughly what it's gonna be, then we go forward. Should finish it. It actually ends. Oh, nice. So there's an actual conclusion. I do know Cartoon Network was it Disney? I do know that a lot of the Cartoon Network shows, they ended up getting movies and stuff like that to finish it. Like I remember there was like an Ed, Edd and Eddy movie even. I was like, how did they turn that into a movie? Because it's mostly slapstick. Ed and Eddy was amazing for its sound design. Like a comedy through sound design and slapstick. Reminiscent of the old Tom and Jerry as well, you know, but that is also slapstick with pure sound design. Well, have fun with the stream. I've got to go do some work and also have some lunch. No worries, Pocketlin. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you have a fantastic day ahead of you. Yeah, okay. My voice seems proficiently warmed up. So we're going to go ahead. I want to try and do 100 voice lines a day. And then it'll take me 2 months. So I'm going to be streaming this on Thursdays, depending on how you guys enjoy this. I'll be streaming this one on Thursdays to try and accelerate that. So see if we can do more than 100 on the Thursdays, because that'll bring it to a close sooner, if that makes sense. All right, let's see here. We got Githyanki Tirsu. The script of your people is etched onto the slate, forming an array of arcs and circles. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to listen to how the original voice actress, did it.
Githyanki Tirsu. The script of your people is etched on the slate, forming an array of arcs and circles.
Okay, so Githyanki Tirsu. The script of your people is etched onto the slate, forming an array of arcs and circles. So if I just pause the lo-fi for a second, because I'm so paranoid that it's Githyanki Tirsu. The script of your people is etched onto the slate, forming an array of arcs and circles. Githyanki Tirsu. The script. No, I hit the T's too much there. So okay, I can leave the music playing because it's not interrupting the recordings. Okay. Githyanki Tirsu. The script of your people is etched onto the slate, forming an array of arcs and circles. Much better. And we'll tidy that up a tiny bit. And we can also chop that there and pull it across a bit more. And then tweak it. And if we listen to it. Githyanki Tirsu. The script of your people is etched onto the slate, forming an array of arcs and circles. plate, forming an array of arcs and circles. There we go. So then I hit Control R, paste that there. Turn that off. Wait, okay, so now you see that it's formed the save file here, and I checked the last three letters, 2D2, and this one is 2D2. Okay, so they are exactly the same name, because if I get it wrong, then it's going to play the wrong voice line in the wrong spot of the game, which would suck. So then we just repeat that infinitely. So I've now got that one done, so the next one is the man is definitely lying. And that's how it's going to be. Wow. Yeah.
This man is definitely lying. And he's really hoping you don't pry any further.
Okay, that's a fun one. That's a fun one. I quite like that one. So, this man is lying, and this man is definitely lying. This man is definitely lying, and he's really hoping you don't pry any further. That's a nice one. There we go. So we'll crop that across. And we can also chop that a little bit to bring, because I don't know the full context of every single recording. So I try to keep it roughly in the same breakpoints, because if there's a camera shift, I don't know where that is, right? So my best educated guess for where a camera shift is going to be is during those breakpoints, right? So if the camera moves to like a close-up, or it moves to a different object or something, if the delivery of the line is different, then it will look weird for the player. So I tried to keep my breakpoints roughly the same. I don't want to get too caught up on it. But yeah, that's the plan. And then I have to do that like 7,000 more times. D37, D37. Perfect. Okay. So this is what I'm impressed, Jono. Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoy narrating. I actually really like it. It's so much fun, right? If you guys want me to narrate anything, just type out a voice line in quotes. So you can say like, Jono, please say. And then I would go, authority. You know, I would say something like that. So yeah, if you want me to do that, just let me know. Okay, next. We got to speed it up. I got really into the flow of this last night, and it sounded like I was able to get like pretty far.
A mystical map glows before you, revealing the Githyanki crash within a temple at the mountain pass. A mystical map glows before you, revealing the Githyanki crash within a temple.
Okay, so I got it now. So, a mystical map glows before you, A mystical map glows before you, revealing the Githyanki crash within a temple at the mountain pass. Okay, so we tighten that in. We will break my rule a little bit to bring it in, because if my recording is longer than the original, then it's going to get cut off by the game engine, because the game engine has been coded with the original in mind. So if I had it like that long, then this latter half will get chopped off. So I have to make sure that my performance is within the same timing of the original. But I also want to add in my own flavor. So what I do is I make sure to get maximum use out of the start, essentially. A mystical map glows before you, revealing the Githyanki crash within a temple at the mountain pass. There we go. We will copy that, paste that. Okay, that's that. I didn't double check. Should be fine. No, that voice Batsu erotica with your wolf buddy. You reminded me. I still have to like narrate that horrible Batsu thing because you guys reached the stretch goal. It's hot where I live, so I'm just staying inside the house. Yeah, summer is approaching where I am as well, which is not so great. Like, yeah, I can feel it already approaching.
The glyphs scream, searing your mind.
The glyphs.
You feel lost, tossed in a sea of arcane power you can neither control nor comprehend.
Okay, her voice is quite wobbly there, so it's very emotional scene, whichever the context of this is.
The glyphs.
Whoops, I need to turn her voice line off. The glyph screams, searing your mind. You feel lost, tossed in a sea of arcane power. No, dang it. So if I If I hit my consonants too much, like the b, t, g, f, those beats can cause the microphone to pop a little bit, which you can see over here. This little zigzag over here is when it's a p or a pop or a t. So I need to control my voice when presenting as well, because otherwise I have to re-record it. So the glyph screams, searing your mind. You feel lost, tossed in a sea of arcane power you can neither control nor comprehend. There we go. Well then, ooh, it's too long. Dang it! I have to do the delivery sauce. The glyph screams, searing your mind. You feel lost, tossed in a sea of arcane power you can neither control nor comprehend. There we go. Yeah, the delivery of that one is very emotional, so I wanted to push it a little bit. So let's give it a listen. The glyph screams, searing your mind. You feel lost, tossed in a sea of arcane power. See the tossed in a sea of tossed in a sea of arcane power you can neither control nor comprehend. The glyph screams, searing your mind. You feel lost, tossed in a sea of arcane. That's okay. I mustn't get caught up on delivering 100% perfection because we have 7,600 of these to do. So okay. 5E2. 5E2. Yep. Okay. Next.
The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. The creature from the wreckage.
Okay, so there's a pause with the writhing, the creature from the wreckage. It's did you say butt stuff? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. The b, t, g, f. The consonants. Please do that. Wait, I'm impressed, Jono. Please do this. Oh, the authority. Or something else. I really wanted to rain here. Please let it rain wherever Alex resides.
The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing.
Okay, the hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. Pause. The creature from the wreckage. Is it surprise?
The creature from the wreckage.
Yeah, okay, it is surprise. Okay. The hideous... I did the again. Too harsh. The hideous corpse rises. Hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. Rah, 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 rah. The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. The creature from the wreckage. I don't know how I feel about that last line. The opening part, definitely. But the second part, I will probably re-record the second half. Let me have a listen to it, though. What I'm doing here with these little up arrows is essentially softening it so that there isn't a harsh cut in. But let's have a listen. The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. The creature from the wreckage. And her original one?
The creature from the wreckage.
Oh, you know what? Actually, it's fine. The creature from the wreckage. I think I can do better, though. The creature from the wreckage. Nope, too harsh. The creature from the wreckage. Nope. The creature from the wreckage. Nope. The creature from the wreckage. Yeah, that one's more... Yeah, that one I like because it's more surprise. Goes writhing. The creature from the wreckage. No. Hideous corpse. You know what? Let's go back. The creature from the wreckage. Yeah, that one's fine. Four, two, three. 4, 2, 3. You opted for violence. Ooh, this one sounds like when you get caught in a fight with someone. Oops.
You opted for violence. Now you'll receive violence in turn.
Ooh, I like that one. That's a fun one. I do love these ones where the narrator is a bit sarcastic.
You opted for...
So let's have some fun. You opted for violence. Now you'll receive violence in turn. I love those lines. I love those ones the most. Where it's like the DM is scolding their players. Like, you chose this. You chose this. Not me. Why do you make me do this? Let's have a listen. You opted for violence. Now you'll receive violence in turn. I like that one. D51. Yes. D51. Next. 98. Searing pain. Oh my goodness, this is a big one. This is a big one. Woo! Okay, let's give it a listen.
Searing pain erupts from the wound on your hand. A strange, half-familiar image comes to you. A dead mouse, seen through a veil of tears.
What?
Your tears. The image fades. Searing...
Okay, without context, that is so weird. You see a dead mouse through a veil of tears. My tears. I have imagined so many Jono's expressions from the voices. Yeah. It must be fun with the Vtuber model, because I can't look at it when I'm doing the recordings. Okay, searing pain erupts from the wound on your hand. So this must be a Shadow Heart scene.
Searing pain erupts.
Searing pain. Okay.
Searing pain.
Whoops. I almost said the forbidden apple word. Searing pain erupts from the wound on your hand. A strange, half-familiar image comes to you. A dead mouse seen through a veil of tears. Your tears. The image fades. Is that the last one? Image fades?
The image fades. The image fades.
Okay, it is fades. Okay, so we will slice that. We will slice that. We will slice that. I need to break this one up into little chunks. So, because this is quite a long delivery. Should be able to merge it roughly there. And that one there. And tighten those edges a little bit. And then we will give it a listen. Image. Searing pain erupts from the wound on your hand. A strange, half-familiar image comes to you. A dead mouse seen through a veil of tears. Your tears. The image fades. Yep, that works. Copy, paste. So that's going to be the majority of the stream today. 98 and 98. I do like that I've got this all set up on one screen. Yesterday when I was doing it, I had it on multiple screens, but this optimizes my process a little bit more, which is good. The cat glares at you with utter hatred. You took the tadpole, its prey, and it will remember this slight. Oh no, we stole from a cat.
The cat glares at you with utter hatred. You took the tadpole, its prey, and it will remember this slight.
That's such a cute voice line. Okay. It's angry. Okay, be angry. The cat glares at you. Oops, I hit the T too hard again. The cat glares at you with utter hatred. You took the tadpole, its prey, and it will remember this slight. Let's cut this here. We can bring it a little bit closer, tidy off the edge there to roll it down, tidy to roll it in. Let's be very specific here. We bring it in like that. And let's give it a listen. The cat glares at you with utter hatred. You took the tadpole, its prey, and it will remember this slight. Its prey. Okay, I didn't like that. Okay, let me redo prey. Okay, let's me redo prey. Its prey. The consonants hit too hard. Its prey. its prey. You took the tadpole, its prey, and it will remember this slight. The cat glares at you with utter hatred. You took the tadpole, its prey, and it will remember this slight. The cat. so dramatic. Jeez, cat. Like you kill them. You kill like millions of creatures every in your life. So like, get over it. Okay, copy, paste. 774F. 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 Okay. Pop that there. Pop that there. Next. It seems you aren't allowed to be here. It might be wise to walk away.
It seems you aren't allowed to be here. It might be wise to walk away.
It seems you aren't allowed to be here. It would be wise to walk away. We can crush that in a little bit more to match the delivery of the original and bring it across just a tad. Soften off the edge and final result. It seems you aren't allowed to be here. It would be wise to walk away. There we go. Perfect. That one was perfect. Uh, 683. 683. 683. Jetski Sam, hello. Started tweaking with excitement when I saw Devil May Cry. Yeah, that's tomorrow. That is tomorrow. And then we're starting Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I'm super excited for that one as well. So yeah, tomorrow will be Devil May Cry, and it is my first Devil May Cry. I have no idea what to expect, but hey, Jetski, hope you've been doing well. My dad wants me to mow grass tomorrow, and I hate grass. Do you hate grass more than you hate sand? But yeah, dramatic gasp. Ooh, that's the cat proud of hunting tadpoles. Yes. And now I'm playing a guessing game of what scene it is. Yeah, that's a fun idea. That's a fun idea. Everybody tell me which ones you think each scene is.
A shame your mind has other ideas. A shame.
Okay, clearly the context here is that you've got other plans. A shame your mind has other ideas. A shame your mind has other ideas. A shame your mind has other ideas. Yep, I like that one. I captured a little bit of the laughter in there. 8A39. Okay. A39 is there. A39. Yeah, what I try to do whenever you're doing voice lines, you absolutely must recreate the feeling. And it can be very, very hard when you're doing hundreds of voice lines to keep up that energy level. But that's why it's important to take breaks and stuff as well, because you need to feel the emotion if you want the listener to capture that as well. You know, the microphone captures everything. It sounds weird, but I am going all in on facial expressions. Like Naame said earlier, you know, I go all in facial expressions, hand movements, everything. You know, you got to it's a performance, just like any other. A shame your mind is... Okay, here we go. So the next one is We Faithful Cure Mortals of Burdensome Life.
We faithful cure mortals of burdensome life.
Okay, she's reading something, so it's some kind of signage. We faithful cure mortals of burdensome life. We faithful cure mortals of burdensome... We mortals. We faithful cure mortals of burdensome... Burdensome. We mortals cure... We faithful cure mortals of burdensome life. We mortals cure... We faithful cure mortals of burdensome life. There we go. Oh my goodness, that one. Why was that so hard? Why was that so hard? We faithful cure mortals of burdensome life. We faithful cure mortals of burdensome life. Yeah, that's fine. Boop. E17. Let me have a quick look at chat. The voice does sound like the narrator from BG3. Yes, it is. I ripped out all the audio files from the game. So I had to rip them out of the game and then categorize every single file name as well as the contents of the files. So I had to run several programming scripts and everything to get this running. But we're now at the fun part, which is recording all 7,629. You pause for just a moment, reflecting on moments past and contemplating moments to come. Okay. It's because it's you. Will the mic pick up a fart? Yes, watch. I will do a fake fart with my armpits. Oh, wait. I literally can't do that. Why? I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I know it can pick up me scratching. Like if I scratch my chin, you can hear it. So yeah, it might. No, this microphone picks up everything. When I was recording yesterday, I could hear like church bells ringing in the distance, and I was like, "Oh, come on!" Like I had the perfect line, one of the perfect lines, and then freaking church bells went in the background. Wait, let me. Oh wait, that's dangerous. Oh, that's dangerous. Hold on. Do I have the censorship button? No. Hold on. Just in case I open yeah, okay, that was good. I almost opened my Discord while I was screen sharing. So that was good. Okay, we can go back to the Ultra room now because it should be safe. Emphasis on the word should. But have a listen to this. Wait, where is it? Here are some funny lines. This was a Dark Urge line, by the way, the narrator for Dark Urge. The hive mind allows you to feel each kill. The hive mind allows you to feel each kill as if it were your own. The pleasure is almost too much to bear. The hive mind. And then there's also a couple of funny ones over here. Kill them all, Mad Balban. Kill them all. This is what the original sounded like.
Kill them all, Mad Balban. Kill them all.
Yeah, so I had to do that. Hey Riva, how you doing? How are you? Oh my gosh, it does. But yeah, let me put the music back on. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing this, but yeah, it's gonna take me like 2 months. Okay, let's have a listen.
You pause for just a moment, reflecting on moments past and contemplating moments to come.
Okay, there's a pause between past and contemplating. But yeah, Riva, how are you? Great voice acting, Jono, and showing us the behind the scenes techniques. Yeah, I'm just discussing everything that I do and know here. But yeah, let's give this one a recording. You pause for just a moment. No, okay, so that's another thing. When you're delivering lines like this, you try to deliver the word in the same way as what the word means. So with a pause, it shouldn't be short. You should never say with a pause, right? A pause should be longer. So it should be you pause for a moment, right? That sounds much more believable. It's like, for example, fizzle. So with the fizzle, you want to get that in the sound of the voice. So fizzle and crack go her bones, right? You want the k for the crack and the fizz for the fizzle. So fizzle and crack go her bones, right? Really experience it, like love it. I love it. Okay, let's do that again. You pause for just a moment, reflecting on moments past and contemplating moments to come. So I speed up on the come because it shows anticipation for the future. So it makes it sound like the narrator is more focused on what's to come. So it reflects slowly on what's happened, but then speeds up for like looking towards the future. So let's see how that sounds. You pause for just a moment, reflecting on moments past and contemplating moments to come. I'm gonna redo the moments to come line. I It sounded a little off, right? It sounded a little off. And contemplating moments to come. Nope, and the C is too harsh. See, we got another microphone blip there, so we have to read it. And contemplating moments to come. There we go. That's a little more sinister. I do feel like my voice lines are going to come across as like a more evil narrator, which could be good for Dark Urge players. Let's have a listen to the whole thing. You pause for just a moment, reflecting on moments past and contemplating moments to come. You pause. Yeah, that works. That works. Copy. Paste. 17C, 17C. Okay. Next. I'm glad that I got the I'm glad that I got the lo-fi going for you guys. So you get it. You can at least hear some music. Can you hear the lo-fi? Let me know if you can actually hear it. But yeah, Revo, if you've been well, be one with the words. Exactly. If you guys want me to say anything, just let me know, right? If you have any voice lines you've really wanted me to voice act. I mean, I can't like voice act like a quote from a movie or show or game that I haven't played or seen before. But if you have any cool lines that you want me to voice act, let me know. Ooh, you're actually doing that. Hey, Louie, how you doing? Yeah, we are 172 lines in, and we only have 7,629 to do. So this is gonna take a while. But I figured I might as well dedicate my Thursdays to doing some of it. So let's have a listen to this one. But yeah, Louie, how you doing? Everybody, this is Lumelia. We're playing on Tech's Minecraft server. So yeah, we should definitely do another group collab on that. Yeah, let's see.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders.
Chitinous squabbling. Okay, so the emphasis here is on the word bag because that's what the player wants, right? So the delivery of this line is that, you know, description, bag. That's what you want. Chitinous spiders is also the other emphasis. Okay.
Chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
Okay, so let's try this. At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous and squabbling of spiders. At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth. And then we'll chop that there and we'll push it across to here. Close up the edges a little bit. Tighten that there. Okay, let's give that a listen. At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth. At the back, so there's probably a camera shift over here at this point. So it'll like zoom in on the bag and then it'll zoom in at your character's face or something like that. Or you're looking at your character's face and then it zooms in on the bag. You know, that's probably what the game is going to have. So I need to make sure that the timing here works out well. Drag it in just ever so slightly. So copy this and paste. 792. 792, 792. Okay, that is the correct file names. And then, yeah, I have to do that 7,000 times. But yeah, how you doing? I've been doing well, hope you have enough water to combat the amount of lines you'll need to say. Yeah, there's no way I can do that in one sitting. This is going to take like 2 months. But, you know, slow and steady. And I mean, I looked online and no one has attempted this that I could find online. Nobody is crazy enough to try and attempt something of this scale for free. So I'm going to do it. I think it would be great, especially for like BG3 creators. It gives them a new way to experience the game where, you know, again, like imagine you're a Dark Urge player and you want a more villainous sounding narrator. I always get typecast as the villains. Dang it. I'm not a villain. I'm the bad guy. I should do a cover of that. I'm the bad guy. This is why I picked the devil for this.
A faded memory of a boy and girl sharing their first kiss. Your own heart almost flutters in tune with theirs. A faded memory of a boy and girl.
So the kiss is a surprise. So this, even the narrator is surprised by this. A faded memory of a boy and a girl sharing their first kiss. Your own heart almost flutters in tune with theirs. We will tidy that up a little bit. Bring that in there. Bring that in there. Close that up. Round it off just a tad. And then we give it a listen. A faded memory of a boy and a girl sharing their first kiss. Your own heart almost flutters in tune with theirs. A faded... There we go. That's a soft one. That's a nice one. Like gentle. A lot of the lines that I've done so far are quite like evil. Maybe that's just the luck of the situation. Okay, A1B, A1B. Okay, cool. In, and then we get in the next one. Yeah, I got to do most of these in one take because it's going to take so long otherwise. Jono, I challenge you to do it in one sitting. No, I ran the math. If I do 60 a day, it'll still take me like 120 hours. 120 hours. I cannot physically sleep. Even if I do 60 an hour. If it's 60 voice lines in an hour, it will still take me 125 hours. So no, that's 6 days without sleep. Non-stop voice acting the entire time. No breaks. No breaks. Yeah, this is going to take a while.
You can't read the text carved into his flesh, but you recognize the script. Any warlock would. It's infernal. The language of the hells. You can't read the text carved into his flesh, but you recognize the script. Any warlock would.
Okay, so this is for warlock players. You can't read the text carved into his flesh. Again, consonants. You can't read the text carved into his flesh, but you do recognize the script. Any warlock would. It's infernal. The language of the hells. There were parts there that I liked, but there were parts there that I didn't like. So let's give it a listen and chop out the bits I didn't like. You can't read the text carved into his flesh. No, that's one part I don't like. You can't read the text carved into his flesh. There, chop that. But you do recognize the script. Any warlock would. But you do recognize the script. And I like that because it makes the narrator sound surprised. Any warlock would. It's infernal. The language of the hells. Yes, that's good. Okay, so let's re-record that first part. You can't read the text carved into his flesh. You can't read the text carved into his... No. You can't read the text carved into his flesh. That one's good. Okay, so we pop that there. Pop that there. And then we squish it together. And we hope. We hope that this works. You can't read the text carved into his flesh, but you do recognize the script. Any warlock would. It's infernal. The language of the hells. Wait. Want to do an experiment. Read the text carved into his flesh, but you do recognize the script. Any warlock would. No. Let's push the gap a tiny bit more. There. Again, cameras. You can't read the text carved into his flesh, but you do recognize the script. Any warlock would. It's infernal. The language of the hells. Nice. Okay. Copy. Pasta. F84. F84. Nice. But yeah, so this is what we're going to be doing for a while. You squish it together. Squish. Now kiss. That's basically what we do. I mean, you gotta have fun while doing this. You know, you gotta enjoy all the steps. Otherwise, you know, you'll go insane from the grind. So, yeah, you just gotta find ways to have fun as you go along. Okay, let's see what this is.
It shies away, croaking a warning, eyes wide in terror.
Okay, that must be a frog. So what's with this song? Next. It shies away, croaking a warning, eyes wide in terror. Oh. Squish that a little bit. Yoink. There we go. I'm being a little bit paranoid because I don't want to get any clipping. It shies away, croaking a warning, eyes wide in terror. It Beep. A5A, A5A. Okay, cool. That one's also done. Next. This is a big one. This is a big one. This is a... Hey, Techmanic, how you doing? Hi, yeah, we are recording voice lines for Baldur's Gate 3. I'm going to be creating a mod where I'm replacing every single narrator line. So 7,600 plus voice lines. We're on 177. So we are like 2% done.
The slate also reveals the local Crash's mission. They are combing the Sword Coast in search of a polyhedric relic of great importance to your queen.
Okay, so this is for a Lae'zel playthrough. Okay. The slate also reveals a local Crash's... Oh, the local Crash's. Or is it a? Wait, I didn't hear.
The slate also reveals the local...
Okay, it is the. Okay. The slate also reveals the local Crash's mission. They are combing the Sword Coast in... I hit the consonant again. They are combing the Sword Coast in search of a polyhedric relic of great importance to your queen. Now we bring that there. Tidy that up. Tidy that up. Squish that in there a little bit more so the pause is longer. And then we cross fingers. The slate also reveals the local Crash's mission. They are combing the Sword Coast in search of a polyhedric relic of great importance to your queen. The slate all... Nice. Okay. Copy, paste. 69E and 69E. Okay. Those voice lines are done. Whoops. No! Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, dear. Hold on. Hold on. I'm just gonna quickly add that in to make sure.
The slate also reveals the local Crash's mission.
Okay, that's the one I just did. So I can move this one into here. 69E. And this one, DD8, should say, and what of the orb?
And what of the orb?
Okay, perfect. Okay, that was a little scary. I almost messed up. Whew. That was scary. And what of the orb already? You sense monsters. But yeah, Tech, how you doing? I don't know what haunted your dreams. What was it? Ah, Techie haunts me too. Hello, definitely sounds like a mod I'd like to try out in Baldur's Gate. Yeah, at like soonest would probably be in 2 months, given how long this is gonna take. But yeah, I would be so happy if people actually download it. I mean, I'm putting in all this work and effort into it, but honestly, I'm having a lot of fun practicing my narration skills with this. All right. Oh yeah, we should definitely do a collab again with the Minecraft stuff sometime, like maybe next week or something like that.
And what of the orb? Already you sense Elminster's enchantment fading.
This is
Will
Gale.
you still be able to prevent its explosion when you can barely control yourself? And what of the orb?
Okay, so that last one is a very long... Sorry, that last one is a very long question. will you still be able to prevent its explosion when you can barely control yourself? Because on questions, you end with a rising inflection. So control yourself. You don't say control yourself, because that's a command. Whereas this is a question. So will you still be able to prevent its explosion when you can barely control yourself? So yeah, okay, let's see. And the first one is also, and what of the orb? This is incorrect here. This translation should be question mark here, and then already, comma, you can sense. Okay, and then we'll replace that. Yep. Okay. Let's give it a try. And what of the orb? No. And what of the orb? And what of the orb? No. And what of the orb? And what of the orb? And what of the orb? Already you sense... Oh, shoot. What was his name again? Elminster?
Already you sense Elminster's enchantment fading.
Already you sense Elminster's. And what... And what of the orb? Already you sense Elminster's enchantment fainting. Ah, man, I hit too many pa. Yeah, nope, I hit. Ooh, this is a tough one. And what of the orb? Already you sense Elminster's enchantment fading. Will you still be able to prevent its explosion when you can barely control yourself? Okay, we will chop there, and then we will rip them apart. I'm not so happy on that last delivery. I think I rushed it because I was getting a little bit frazzled with the start of this one. So let's give it a listen, and if I don't like the last half, I'll... And what of the orb? Already you sense Elminster's enchantment fading. Will you still be able to prevent its explosion when you can barely control yourself? And what... Will you still be able to prevent it? Will you still be able to prevent its explosion when you can barely control yourself? Nope, don't like it. Will you still be able to prevent its explosion when you can still... Bleh. Will you still be able to prevent its explosion when you can... Will you still be able to prevent its explosion when you can barely control yourself? No. How did she do it?
Will you still be able to prevent its explosion when you can barely control yourself?
Okay, she focused on prevent. Will you still be able to prevent its explosion when you can barely control yourself? Ooh, that was good. See, this is why I'm doing this, right? So I can learn from professionals. So that was a good one. Let's give that a listen to now. And what of the orb? Already you sense Elminster's enchantment fading. Will you still be able to prevent its explosion when you can barely control yourself? And what of the orb? I'm going to redo the orb one. I think I can do it down. I think we can go down on that one.
And what of the orb?
Yeah, okay. What of the orb? And what of the orb? And what of the orb? Already you sense Elminster's enchantment fading. Will you still be able to... There we go. That was a tough one. That was a very tough one. DD8, DD8. Okay, done and done. Throw that in. Sometimes you just have to do it line by line. You're going to get these weird ones. I never had a good pool growing up. Ooh, I was very fortunate. I was very fortunate about that. Oh, there we go. I was quite lucky we had a pool in our place. It was the only way I could survive summer. Okay, next one. A star in sweet brain might be... What? That's weird.
Astarian sweet brain, maybe.
Oh, Astarian, not a star.
Astarian sweet brain may be a bit less wrinkled than the rest, but you hunger for its teasing cells.
What the heck happened to Astarian here? What the heck? What His wrinkled brain might be less... His brain might be less wrinkled than the rest? What? And you're gonna eat his brain? What voice line is this? What the heck? Okay. Astarian's sweet brain.
Astarian's sweet brain.
Okay, and it's spoken as if you were a lover as well. That's the wild part. Okay. Astarian's sweet brain may be less wrinkled than the rest, but you hunger for its teasing cells. What the heck? Are we eating Astarian's brain here? Oh, I gotta send that one to Lael. Let's see. Astarian's sweet brain may be less wrinkled than the rest, but you hunger for its teasing cells. Astarian's... Oh my gosh, that's so messed up. Astarian's sweet... Sorry, my man. I don't know what context this is. I'm just gonna quickly send that one to Lael. I'm just gonna quickly send it. Let's see. No context for this one. Apparently you can eat Astarian's brain. Saucy sounds like the main character is becoming a Lithid at that point. Oh, you're right. You're right, Tech. But why would they say he's less wrinkled? Because that's calling him stupid. That's so mean. B1C, B1C, B1C. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one is a nice quick one, but it looks... The man is not long for this world.
This man is not long for this world.
This man is not long for this world. This man is not long for this world. This man... HFC. 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 Okay, next. Yeah, I like the short ones because they still count as one. Suddenly they seem so small.
Suddenly they seem so small.
Okay, that was said with a laugh, so there must be some kind of mockery happening here. Suddenly they seem so small. Suddenly they seem so small. There we go. Add in a little bit of a laugh. Add in a tiny little bit of a laugh there. Copy, paste. 381, 3A1, 3A1. And then we're on to...
The metal is coarse and riddled with imperfections.
Okay, standard description. The metal is coarse and riddled with imperfections. Oh, I didn't like the feck. The metal is coarse and riddled with imperfections. The metal is coarse and riddled with imperfections. Uh, 92, 92. Let's have a look here in chat. I'm sorry, I missed a couple of people's comments. Nabil Ahmed, welcome. Quippers, hello, Nabil and Quippers. Sorry, I was so caught up in the voice acting that I didn't say hi. How are you doing? Definitely sounds like a mod. Quippers, it's a shame Gilbert Gottfried is no longer with us. I'd love to hear a video game with all his voice. I probably know who that is, like if I heard it, but I wouldn't be able to know just from the name. Legit reminds me of something I saw in a dream once. Jono, now that Oblivion is remastered is out, will you play it? I think I'll pick it up later when it goes on sale. I don't know, like $50 for a 20-year-old game sounds a little bit too much for me. Plus, Jono 2.0 is eating up my entire budget for this year. Just the art for the live 2D alone is already $2,000. I just finished paying off the art model, the art for the model, so I still have to get it rigged. So yeah, Jono 2.0 is eating up pretty much my entire game budget this year. Yeah, we're probably looking, with rigging as well, we're probably looking at a final cost of between $4,000 and $5,000 total. Don't really, you know, I'm not going to mention that often because, you know, obviously I love this channel and I love doing this, but yeah, VTubing's expensive. It's fine. I'm finding alternative ways to eat food. I mean, the art is amazing, absolutely incredible. I got a high level, like, somebody who works at anime studios, basically. Let's see here. I'll definitely take up Minecraft. Let's see here. Oh, if you want to know my trick for saving money, it's called Too Good To Go. It lets you get food that's about to expire, but at a fraction of the cost. So instead of paying like $20 to $50 for a grocery bag of food, I can get it for $3. So I'm pretty much exclusively living off of food that's still good. Like, it's still good to eat. It's just that the shops don't want to risk keeping it anymore. So like I get a whole bag of meat and chicken for like $4. It's amazing. I'm going to type it out here. Wait a minute. Too Good To Go. This app has saved my life. It's brought my groceries down to like less than $150 a month, which is why I can put it towards stuff like VTubing. Too Good To Go is so amazing, right? Yeah, I've got like 2 veggie stores near where I live. So all of my veggie needs are sorted. Another trick, here in Germany, everything is closed on a Sunday. So if you do Too Good To Go on a Saturday, you end up getting twice as much produce because the shops need to get rid of everything that's going off on Saturday and Sunday. So sometimes I've done a Too Good To Go on a Saturday and I've gotten like 2 or 3 shopping bags worth of groceries. So yeah, I pretty much live exclusively off of this. And because I love cooking, because cooking is one of my other sort of side hobbies, I have to get very creative because sometimes I'm like, what the is this? I'm like, what even is this? And I have to try and like figure out how to cook with it. So sometimes I get some really weird things. The one time I got like a can of energy drink in my veggie bag. I was like, why is there energy drink in here? But yeah, highly recommend that. Let's see. But yeah, I'll probably get Oblivion later when it goes on a sale because there's no rush, right? Everybody is playing and streaming at the moment. I did buy one game, and that's because I already had the Steam credit. So I got Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It looks amazing. I'm really excited. Amelia Tyler is probably a very good person to learn from. She could read out the phone book to me in that voice. Jono has a very good voice too, so I could see that happening. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That actually means a lot to me. I really do love compliments. I'm so used to chat roasting me. Sounds like the main character is becoming an illithid. Oh yeah, we read that. I mean, Astarion do be a little less brain wrinkled sometimes, but we love him anyway. True. So Repo just started up on my laptop. Ooh, good luck with that. Wish we could ask Amelia Tyler for some context clues. Yeah, that's the only downside is I just have the file names and the script. Metal is coarse and rough. It gets everywhere and I hate it. This is pod racing. So much for Jono 2.0. Now I want to see the end result even more. Would you guys like a little tease? I think I can give you guys a little tease. Nah, I shouldn't. I should save it for the debut. Sorry, no tease. No tease. I'm very bad at keeping stuff from you guys. So I'm gonna be stubborn on this one. I'm gonna be stubborn. You have to wait. You have to wait like me. Too Good To Go is so amazing. Holy, that's why I do it myself. Yeah, I don't know how you can do live, like the live 2D rigging. Like that hurts my brain. Plus, I have so many projects like the video editing for the audiobooks, and I'm doing this project. So I literally don't have enough time in my day. There's literally always something I'm supposed to be doing every minute of the day. That's why I'm actually streaming this now, because I figured I might as well at least do the Thursday streams where I get to chat to you guys as well as do the voice acting. So, yeah, Too Good To Go Around Here isn't always the best. I'm sending Lulu Gia for you. Ooh, what's that? At least the selection is limited. True, it really is kind of depends where you live and what's available. Sometimes some like all you can eat buffet places will like also let you get stuff like where you can just take as much of the remaining food as you want. That sometimes I've done that like twice. I'm not that big on like fried food, so I didn't do it that often. Woo, I'm having a blast. Great. Excellent. Okay, let's keep going. Did I already do the metal is coarse and rough and it gets everywhere? Okay. Yes, we did. I'm going to double check just to be sure. So if we go to the very bottom here, D92 and D92. Okay, yes, we did do it. Okay. So this is the next one.
But the bonds of friendship and heroism still have meaning. And they are truly without limit.
Okay, so that sounds like the part where you have to do the heroes test before visiting the dragon. But the bleh. I hate the echo. I hate the echo on FL Studio. But the bonds of friendship and heroism still have meaning, and they are truly without limit. That's a nice one. I like that line. That's a good, nice, wholesome line. We will creak that in a little bit and then pull that across to there. Yeah, that sounds good. And we'll give it a test listen. But the bonds of friendship and heroism still have meaning, and they are truly without limit. Yeah, that's a good one. 937C. 937C. Okay. Done. Wabam. Man, we've only done 23 lines today. Really? I'm trying to aim for like 100 a day. Oh my goodness. And we've been at this for what, an hour? To be fair, I have been chatting to you guys, so I'm having fun. I mean, there's literally no schedule for when this is supposed to be released, so it'll be done when it's done, and we'll just have fun along the way. It's not about the final mod. It's about the laughter we had along the way. It's about the bloopers we made along the way. That's the truth.
Your threats have no effect. This is an unflappable pigeon.
Unflappable pigeon. Okay, that's definitely Act 3. Your threats have no effect. This is an unflappable pigeon. That was a fun one. Okay, let's crunch that together. Let's really make this one work. I really want to make this one fit. So I'm gonna have to really crunch a couple of lines here. So we bring that in and that in. Okay, hopefully I can get away with this, because that was great delivery. Your threats have no effect. This is an unflappable pigeon. No. Your threats have no effect. This is an unflappable pigeon. Your threats have no effect. This is an unflappable pigeon. I have to do it again. I hit the consonant too hard. Okay, so your threats have no effect. Your threats have no effect. This is an unflappable pigeon. Your threats have no effect. This is an unflappable pigeon. Your threat. There we go. Got it. Nailed it. Uh, 66F. 66F. An unflappable pigeon. Oh yeah, if there's any voice lines that you guys like, I can always throw it on the Discord if you'd like to have a permanent copy as well. So yeah, let me know when there's one that you want, and I can just post it on the Discord and like tag you in it. Because again, like I'm going to be giving this out for free anyway with the mod. So if you guys want any of these voice lines, just let me know in the chat. I'm definitely training myself. Lulegia is me, but legs and very dangerous. Ooh, oh, I see. Gesundheit, bless you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we have an Asian all-you-can-eat place that had that, but sadly they closed down. Yeah, we have a Mongolian one where you're me. Anyway, I'll be heading out. Good luck with the lines. Thank you, Tech. Have a fantastic evening. Bye-bye. I'll give you a wave. Wabam. Bye. It's about the bloopers we make along the way. Isn't that a great metaphor for life?
And come, they most certainly will. Whoever this dream figure, Vlaakith would clearly sacrifice her own faithful to slay them. And come.
Ooh, okay, that's a dark one. And come, they most certainly will. However, this dream figure, Vlaakith, would certainly sacrifice her own faithful to slay them. Oof, that delivery was a little slow on that last part. But I think we made it fit. We push that there. Then we can get that there. Okay, let's give this a listen. And come, they most certainly will. However, this dream figure, Vlaakith, would certainly sacrifice her own faithful to slay them. And come, they most certainly will. However, this dream figure, Vlaakith, would certainly sacrifice her own faithful to slay them. Yep, there we go. Control C, Control A. 4 ED. 4 ED. And next. Just crunching that down there. Holy balls.
Blood spilling from her lips. No time for last words.
No time for last words. Jeez, what happened? Okay, that's a Dark Urge. That's a Dark Urge one if I ever heard it. Blood spilling from her lips. No time for last words. Let's cut that there. I tried to make it sound like I was savoring the moment. I'm assuming it's a Dark Urge moment. Blood spilling from her lips. No time for last words. Blood spill. Ooh, that one gave you shivers. That one gave you shivers. Woo! 434.
The dread is as real as the first time. The oppression just as unbearable.
Okay, so this is narrating something happening to the character, so I need to be very emotional here. The dread is as real as the first time. The oppression is just unbearable. Okay, cut that across. Yeah, I've noticed that the delivery for descriptions is very matter of fact. The descriptions of other characters can be quite playful, and then the description of the player character themselves is very emotional. Okay, let's give that a listen. The dread is as real as the first time. The oppression is just unbearable. The dread is... Whew, that's also a really good one. 8_1, A_1. Okay. Next. Thus you shall spend the rest of your days writing the lash of father's disappointment. Wow, this must be a Dark Urge that upset Daddy.
Thus you shall spend the rest of your days rotting. The lash of...
Rotting, not writing, rotting.
Rotting. Your days rotting. The lash of father's disappointment, the only thought in your rat's mind. Thus...
Wow, okay. So it's clearly something bad happens to the Dark Urge. I'm currently doing a Dark Urge honor run. I'm in Act 2. I'm about halfway through Act 2, and I'm terrified now because I've just been told to kill everybody in Last Light In, and I'm like, no! Because I don't know what happens with the Dark Urge. And, yeah, I'm in honor mode as well, so... scary. It's fun, but scary. Okay, so this one is very Dark Urgy. Thus you shall spend the rest of your days rotting the lash of your father's Whoops. Let me just re-listen to it one more time.
Thus you shall spend the rest of your days rotting.
Okay, pause after rotting. Okay. Thus you shall spend the rest of your days rotting the lash of your father's disappointment, the only thought in your rat's mind. No, I breathed. The bloopers we made along the way. The lash of your father's disappointment, the only thought in your... I did the again. The lash of your father's disappointment, the only thought in your rat's mind. Okay, that looked really good. That looked really good. We'll just tidy that up a tiny bit. I got spooked. Thank you. Thus you shall spend the rest of your days rotting the lash of your father's disappointment, the only thought in your rat's mind. Thus you shall spend the rest of your days rotting the lash of your father's disappointment, the only thought in your rat's mind. Yeah, that works. I feel like I could have done that one better, but like again, it would take too long. F4, FF4, FF4, FF4. Yeah, that's the wild thing about this is that I could spend, you know, it's going to take me like 2 months to do this. And there's going to be voice lines that even people who download it will never hear. Because there's just so many.
It's just a rock, shaped like a parasite. It has nothing to offer you. It's just a rock.
Okay, that one's teasing the player. It's just a rock. It's just a rock, shaped like a parasite. It has nothing to offer you. That last part I added in myself, just to like be like, it could have if you hadn't failed your dice roll. It could have offered you something. Oh, the voice line is, it's just a tiny, no, it's just a tiny bit too long. Wait, let's enhance. Let's enhance. Where can we, how many milliseconds can we squeeze? There we go. There we go. I think I've just managed to barely squeeze it in. Let's listen. It's just a rock, shaped like a parasite. It has nothing to offer you. It's just a rock. I love it. I love it. That's definitely one of my favorite ones so far. It's just a rock. Copy, paste. Okay, 249, 249. 249. It's just a rock. Too bad you rolled a 1. It's just a rock.
There's no telling what schemes Gortash could be planning.
Okay, there's no telling what schemes Gortash could be planning. There's no telling what schemes Gortash could be planning. That's a generic, that's a matter-of-fact delivery. There's no telling what schemes Gortash could be planning. Six, 5, 6. 6, 5, 6. I saw somebody type something in chat. I will read it in a second. Because... let's see here. Jono can go from jovial to spooky very quickly. Yeah. Wait, how many of you guys here have heard my Doomslayer voice? The actual, my, like, OG devil voice. So, this is like my normal talking voice. And then when I'm really excited, I talk a little bit high pitch. Like my pitch goes up a couple bits when I'm really excited. This is what I'm talking like. Usually I only sound like this when I'm in the elf mode, when I'm in the elf model. When I'm in the devil model, I talk more like this, right? And when I'm in Marin mode, I talk a bit more like this, right? So I lower my pitch for Marin. So when I have the, where is it? When I have the pink eyes on, I lower my voice a little bit more. And when I'm talking normally, I'm like this with Devil. And then when I'm really excited, I talk like Elf. But then there's Doom. There's the Doom Slayer.
In the first age, in the first battle, when the shadows first lengthened, one stood, burned by the fires of perpetual torment. He chose the path of...
Yeah, so that's like my super like deep voice. That says about as low as I can go. Let's see here.
Jono can go from jovial to spooky very quickly.
Damn, that sounds like a chain smoker.
I've been smoking cigarettes since childhood.
No, I haven't.
But in a world...
Yeah, that's about as low as I can drop my voice. That's its absolute lowest. When you do monster voices, you have to be very careful. So I'm taking a sip of some honey tea. You have to be very careful because it's very easy to damage your vocal cords. And if you get scar tissue on your vocal cords, you can't get rid of it. And if you have surgery to remove scar tissue from your vocal cords, you will never sound the same again. So whenever I do that kind of voice, I only do it for a few minutes at a time. I would never do like an hour-long recording session with that. I would practice every voice line that I need to in my normal voice, and then I would record each line carefully and in like one take so that I don't damage the voice, right? Demonic. Well, here's the wild thing. It's like, let me go... Wait, where's... Okay, wait. Let me add some reverb and add some echo. Just a tad of echo. There we go. And then we drop the
pitch down and the gender down to here. Okay.
So I'm still talking my normal voice, and then I'll drop it even lower.
So this is my normal voice.
And then we drop it down to the base of hell. How did that sound, guys? Do you like the sound of your judgment? I'm coming for you.
Yeah. There we go. How was that for some voice acting? Yeah, once I actually throw on the voice changes, you can do all sorts of wild stuff. But yeah, you'll have to clip that one if you want it. But that's more of like the, you know, like enemy type that's hunting you in a video game kind of voice. Okay, let's not do that again, because I can already feel my voice is like, Jono, what the frick?
She sees the goblins walking free, and a burning rage fans across your mind like wildfire. She sees the...
Okay.
She sees...
Oops. She sees the goblins walking free, and a burning rage... Oops. No, and a burning rage fans across your fires, right?
She sees the goblins walking free, and a burning rage fans across your mind like wildfire.
Okay, so the burning rage comes after walking free. Okay. She and it's also disbelief. Like even the narrator is in disbelief of seeing the goblins walk free. She sees the goblins walking free, and a burning rage fans across your mind like wildfire. Okay, that sounded really good. She sees the goblins walking free, and a burning rage fans across your mind like wildfire. She sees... Yep, there we go. Good enough. Oh no! Oh no. I just realized... Oh no. No. There are a couple of voice lines that I may have messed up. I just realized. So you see I've been turning this on and off over here. If I have it off and I render, it will render silence. I'm gonna have to double check. I'm gonna have to double check all the voice lines to make sure that I haven't rendered any with that off. Okay, Baka Jono, but this is why we do these things, so we make the mistakes at the beginning rather than at the end. Okay, note to self. This, can I change the color of this? No. Okay, here we go. Rename color. Okay. We want this to be bright red. Always on. Okay. Okay, we must make sure that it is always on when we render. Oh no. Yeah, oh no indeed. It's okay. It's okay. It's only 190 voice lines. That's like 4%. What I'll have to do is I will have to, after we're done recording. Okay, so yeah, I will have to listen to everything and then see if any are duds or blanks. And then I'll just have to go and re-record those lines. Fortunately, I can search for any line. So let's just scramble to a random one here. If I copy this one and then I go to here and I press Control F, I can search for it. And here we go. It's line 52. As you look at the skeletons, you realize they're clad in the same dark armor. So it's very easy. Like, I designed this knowing I was going to make mistakes, right? The more human steps there are, the higher probability of something going wrong. So when I was planning this out, I planned it to be easy to fix. So, because I knew something was going to go wrong. Some of the repo is scary. Oh yeah, if it's $10, I might pick it up. Don't beat yourself up. Mistakes are part of the process. Thank you, Quippers. Yeah, I'm just glad that I figured that out now rather than 7,000 lines in. Oh, that hurts. Because I've got the duration over here, but I don't know if it's silence. If it's just 8 seconds of silence, I'll have to listen to check. Okay, let's see. We got let's just quickly add this to the base of the lo-fi so we can double check. She sees the goblins walking free, and a burning rage fans across your mind like wildfire. Okay, that's good. Okay, so that one works. Okay, I'm putting this back to 30. We can put it like halfway through. Okay, there we go. Creepy doll screaming. 68. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to listen to the first 200 and just make absolutely certain. Baka. Add that in. Okay.
The ensuing silence is deafening. You don't know what to make of it.
Okay. Excuse me. The ensuing silence. No, now my emotional state is flipped. Okay, hold on. Focus, Jono. Be professional. The ensuing. The ensuing silence is deafening. You don't know what to make of it. Nah, let's redo that whole line because I'm still trying to recover my headspace. The ensuing silence is deafening. You don't know what to make of it. That's much better. Way better. Way better. I gotta remember that I'm always talking to someone, and that someone is the player. So I must always be in the frame of mind that I am sitting at a table and I am describing this as if I were the DM. Okay, let's give that a listen. The ensuing silence is deafening. You don't know what to make of it. The ensuing... Much better. Okay, there we go. There we go. Fix my headspace. Make sure that is always on. 65F. Okay. We'll pop that in there. So yeah, I'm going to be doing these on Thursdays. Because I'm going to have to try it.
Karlach seems practical enough. Perhaps she'll understand. Karlach seems practical
enough. Perhaps she'll understand. Round that off a little bit, and then we listen. Karlach seems practical enough. Perhaps she'll understand. Karlach. Beep boop. 7C. Oh my god. Fudge cakes. Uh-oh, what happened?
It will not be without sadness that you depart your friends, but at least they will be safe. And
Ooh, it sounds like you leave your party here. Wow, there's an abandoned party route? And it will not be without sadness that you depart to your friends, but at least they will be safe. Is it depart to? Wait.
it will not be without sadness that you depart your friends, but at least they will be safe.
Oh, okay, never mind. We're leaving some NPCs behind by the sounds of it. Okay, so it sounds like we met some NPCs that we then were like, peace, I got my party to go back to. Okay, and then we'll listen to ours. And it will not be without sadness that you depart to your friends, but at least they will be safe. And it will not be without sadness that you depart to your friends, but at least they will be safe. Okay, and record. Yeah, yes. The scarier thing would be making a fundamental mistake that cannot be undone. F2B, you know, like something that botches up all the recordings. Then I would be depressed. Hey, Terrence, how you doing? How are you? I have taken on a crazy project. I am re-recording all the voice lines in Baldur Gate 3 for the narrator so that I can release a male voice acted mod. So I am literally re-recording everything. All 7,600 lines.
As you near the rubble, a fragmented voice clutches at your mind.
This is in you have to get near his head from the rubble. Oops, no. As you near the rubble, a fragmented voice clutches at your mind. And then the character will be like, help me, get me out of here. As you near the rubble, a fragmented voice clutches at your mind. As you... There we go. Control R. Oh, I just... Wait a second. I just realized it says, as you near the rubble. And his name is Near when he's trapped in the rubble. Near the rubble. EF4. EF4. Okay, grab that there, grab that there. Oh, nice. Good luck with that. As for me, I'm recovering from my cold, but I'm surviving. Oh, that's good. Yeah, how have you been, Terrence? How are you? Are you excited for the Switch too? Everybody, Terrence here is also a VTuber. And Terrence is probably like the owner of the most amount of Switch games I have ever seen in my life. Like nobody comes close to Terrence's Switch collection. Are you excited for the Switch 2, the Mario Kart, the new Mario Kart?
Though Carsus could only have worn the crown for mere moments, he managed to destroy an empire, killing thousands in the process.
Ooh, that's a long one. That's a long one. Okay. Though Carsus could have only worn the crown for mere moments, he managed to destroy an empire, killing thousands in the process. I don't know if I feel how I feel about that the latter half. I feel like it could be a bit more emphasis on the killing. Let's give it a listen. Though Carsus could have only worn the crown for mere moments, he managed to destroy an empire, killing thousands in the process. Though Carsus... let's re-recall that last one. Killing thousands in the process. No, actually, let's give it a listen. Moments he managed to destroy an empire, killing thousands in the process. Yeah, that one sounds good. Though Carsus could have only worn the crown for mere moments, he managed to destroy an empire, killing thousands in the process. Yep, that works. Copy pasta A55. Hey, Lael. Hey, Lael, how you doing? I made a big mistake, so I'm not going to have to go back and check all 200 lines from before. So I made an oopsie. Whenever I render out one of these audio files, I have to make sure this is ticked. If it's not, then it renders silence. So now I have to go back and check if I rendered any of them in silence. So I'll have to react those ones. But also, how you doing? How are you? Okay, the next one is 5F8. 5F8. Okay, there we go. But yeah, yeah, I'm almost at 200 of 7,600. So I'm almost at like 4.5%. Oh, yeah, pain. But better to make those mistakes early rather than at the end. Much better to make those mistakes early, right? I learned from my mistakes. That's why I made this red. That's why you see the bright red. It's to remind me, tick the button. So that's why you only sent... Wait! No! Was it? Okay, well, at least we know we got one of them that was only in silence. Oh, but that one was funny. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I need to search for the word wrinkled. Apparently there is only one line in the entire game. Ah, here we go. Sweet Astarian's brain. Yeah, this one was really... At least we can re-record this one right now. So... Okay, hold on. We need to copy this. Then we need to go into here. Search for the original, which is here. Bring that into there. I planned this. I knew I was going to make mistakes. So I laid out everything so that I would be able to fix things easily if I do mess up. Also, because I'm curious, I want to double check that it is a mistake. Which it is. Yep, see? Blank. Nothing. Oh, pain. All I feel is pain. Okay, we have to re-record this one. Let's give the original a listen. Also, listen to this, Dale.
Astarian's sweet brain may be a bit less wrinkled than the rest, but you hunger for its teasing cells.
You eat Astarian's brain. How, when, and why? I have no context for this. Zero. But welcome, Lil. Okay. Also, if any of you guys have any voice lines that you really like from me when I'm doing these, just let me know and I can send them on Discord to you guys. Okay.
Astarian.
Whoops. Turn that off. Turn that off. Okay. Astarian's sweet brain may be less wrinkled than the rest, but you hunger for its teasing cells. That one is a little too evil. I want to make it more... let's give it a listen first. Astarian's sweet brain may be less wrinkled than the rest, but you hunger for its teasing cells. Actually, that works. That's kind of... We will... pop it there. Oh yeah, I'll put the music back on. Yeah, what's nice is that I can record while we've got some music playing for everybody. Yeah, I think this duration looks good. And then Astarian's sweet brain may be less wrinkled than the rest, but you hunger for its teasing cells. Astarian's sweet brain may be less wrinkled than the rest, but you hunger for its teasing cells. Okay, yep, I like it. So copy, paste, save, render, and then replace. And then we'll double check. Astarian's sweet brain may be less wrinkled than the rest, but you hunger for its teasing cells. Okay, cool. It works. And back down. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to fix all those mistakes. Yay! Okay, what's next? 5F8. 5F8.
Northeast, Baldur's Gate. Northwest, House of Grief. Northeast.
Okay, so this is just directions. Northeast, Baldur's Gate. Northwest, House of Grief. There we go. Pop that there. Tidy that up a little bit so we can get a little more drag off at the end. And then drag off. So fade. And then we listen. Northeast, Baldur's Gate. Northwest, House of Grief. Yep. The matter of fact ones are easy. Like, yeah, those ones you just have to be as clear as possible when they're matter of fact. F8. 5F8. 5F8. Okay. Cut. Pop that in there. Pop that in there. Ooh, this is a big... Oh my goodness. How freaking huge is... What the heck? What? Okay, we got a mammoth one here. Okay. How bad is... Okay. Wow. Let's listen to it.
The ink has barely dried, yet you feel a growing disquiet at what exactly you just signed. Perhaps a diabolus can offer some comfort. Or a way out. For a devil's bargain is a hard one to break. The ink...
Okay. I've never heard this voice line because I always kill Raphael. I don't think I have ever had him survive a playthrough. Wrinkled? That brain is colossal. My poor baby. I found a sauna. Nice. Okay.
The ink.
Whoops. The ink has barely... nope. That's too dark urgy. The ink has barely dried, yet you feel a growing disquiet at what exactly you just signed. Perhaps a Diablos can offer some comfort, or a way out. For a devil's bargain is a hard one to break. Nice. That was good. That was a for a first take. I am pleased with that one. And the timing of it was almost spot on. Very little editing. I might drag that just a tad more there. Tap that there. Cut that one there. Pull it across. Because, Lael, the reason I'm doing this is to make sure that the pauses are roughly in the same spot so that if there's camera changes, it doesn't sound jarring with the original voice acting on top of that. Because, you know, the last thing you want is for, like, a camera shift over here, but then suddenly the voice line is still speaking mid-camera shift. It can be a bit jarring, so... And since I have no context for all of this, I have to just hope that it's right. Don't get clapped. Don't get clapped, Alex. The ink has barely dried, yet you feel a growing disquiet at what exactly you just signed. Perhaps a Diablos can offer some comfort, or a way out. For a devil's bargain is a hard one to break. The ink has... Nice. That was a good one. 351. 351. Yeah, that was a very good one. I see. I was about to ask why you make the timing match. Yeah, it has to be within the time frame, but then also like factor in like camera shifts and animations and stuff, which I can't see, right? I have to, I really have to just like go with the emotions of it. So that's why I always listen to the original performance first.
The Myconid calms. You may go in peace. The Myconid
calms. You may go in peace. The Myconid calms. You may go in peace. So that's definitely the Act 2 fungus people. Round that off. The Myconid calms. You may go in peace. Okay. Yes. So 33? B33? Yes. Pop that in. By the way, I am volunteering for testing this mod. Fantastic. Yes, I will be so happy if everybody gets to enjoy it. I do feel like my performance definitely lends more towards Dark Urge playthrough. Speaking of which, I'm sure this is fine. Look at my Dark, whoops. The thing is, this is my Dark Urge Honor playthrough, and I killed the Beholder, and he just like flipped upside down and just chilled there, hanging off the edge of the cliff. Yes, I am playing a Dark Gnome Monk Dark Urge. So I called him Gremlin Urge. Gremlin Urge. Why would you take me seriously?
You feel a spark between the two of you. Stygia's spark, ignited by Avernus heat. You feel a spark between the two of you. Stygia's spark.
Stygia's spark. Okay. You feel a spark between you. Oh no, between the two of you. You feel a spark between the two of you. Stygian spark. Ignite. Close. Stygian spark ignited by Avernus's heat. Let me listen to hers again.
You feel a spark between the two of you. Stygia's spark, ignited by Avernus heat.
Okay, Stygia's spark, ignited by Avernus heat. Is that right?
Stygia's spark.
Stygia's spark.
Stygia's
spark, ignited by... Stygia's spark, ignited by Avernus's heat.
Stygia's spark, ignited by Avernus heat.
Oh, not Avernus's, just Avernus. Stygia's spark, ignited by Avernus heat. Okay, there we go. We nailed it. It took a little bit of... It took a lot of... Sometimes you get these voice lines where they're just like, do not want to come out. You feel a spark between the two of you. Stygia's spark, ignited by Avernus heat. Again, no context. Either he's sleeping with Mizora, or he's with Karlak. One of the two. 154. I saw someone in chat. I will read now. How's the honor run going? Just be careful around the Shah Temple elevator. My honor run almost ended there because of the glitch. Party members tend to fall off the elevator randomly. No. What if I just use like Dimension Door or a flying potion and just fly down? Could I just fly down? I think I could fly down. I'm going to fly down. I'm going to try and fly down. Thank you. Yeah, I'm halfway through Act 2. I made my Shadow Heart into a Death Cleric using the new subclass feature, and it's so much fun. It's awesome. She uses radiant and necrotic damage, so it's just like everything. Because the Death Cleric, even if something has resistance to necrotic, the Death Cleric can remove that resistance. So the only things that she can't hurt are those that are immune to necrotic. But yeah, she's basically just like, Shadow Curse? Ah, you're gonna die anyway. All right, let's see.
Even if it's just at night.
Okay, that's a very quick line. Even if it's just at night. Whoa, just made it. Just made it. Even if it's just at night. Even if... Hey, we're at 201. Woo! We passed 200. Yay. 90, yes. Yay, so we've done 40 tonight. I have to admit, it's going a lot slower when I'm chatting to you guys, but I'm having so much fun. And that's the whole point that we're doing this, right? Is to have fun. So, yeah. It's a little slower, but that's okay. Okay, some honesty is criminal.
Some honesty from a criminal. How refreshing. It won't stop you being arrested, though.
I love these sarcastic ones, especially when the players try to do something and the DM is just like, really, guys? Really? Like admitting to your crime. Some honesty from a criminal? How refreshing. It won't stop you from being arrested, though. I think I added the word from there, which I shouldn't have, but I'm going to keep it in there because why not? It's too... It's... Some honesty from a criminal? How refreshing. It won't stop you from being arrested, though. Some... I love that. I love it. Since Lael is one of my players, you know how as a DM I love to tease you guys, where I'm just like, yay, everybody is in high spirits and safe for now. The trauma will come later. 232. 232. Yes, there we go. But I am working hard on editing the Monkey King games for Sunday. I've done the rough edit. It's long. It's like an hour and a half. So I'm gonna have to work really hard tomorrow. But yeah, the Monkey King games are going very well. Like it's so much fun. Like everybody in the party was laughing so much. Like I decided to keep in as much of the laughter as I can. Because I tried to cut out as much of the non-essential stuff, but obviously keeping player reactions is important. But there was so much laughter that I was kind of wondering there in the editing step, going like, maybe there's too much laughter, but everybody's enjoying it, so why not? Oops, this isn't.
Sire, a new legion of Baal spawn and set them upon self-slaughter. Your progeny must succeed where you fell, sire.
Ooh, okay. Have lots of babies. Sire, a new legion of Baal spawn and set them upon self-slaughter. Your progeny... Oops, I hit the P too hard there. Your progeny must succeed where you fell. Yeah, I'm definitely a Dark Urge narrator. Like 100%. If this mod pops off, everyone's gonna be like, essential mod for Dark Urge playthroughs. Let's listen. Sire, a new legion of Baal spawn and set them upon self-slaughter. Your progeny must succeed where you fell. Yep. I'm sire. I hate it, but I'm starting to understand why I started getting typecast as villains. I hate it so much, but I now know. That actually made me bummed. It's one of the reasons I walked away from acting for a while. 17D was because I didn't want to be the villains. I didn't want to be the bad guy. 17D. 17D. But, I mean, when you're good at something, you're good at something. Maybe I should have... No, I've already got the devil Jonos. Okay, 36. Gale's Rot. Gale's Rot?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
Okay. Personality, Golden Retriever. Voice, Dark Urge. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see. That part was so much fun. The poor monkey in the ink cloud. Wait, what? The monkey in the ink cloud? I have no idea what that is. Oh, right. Yes. The monkey in the R1. Sorry, I was thinking Baldur's Gate 3. Yes. the first part of the monkey games. Yeah, today I'm editing the one where you all had to do your individual games. So the river surfing, the pole climb, the slapping game. Okay, without giving too much spoilers. Gale's right. Okay. Gale's right. Oh, let's see. I hit the T too hard there, so it makes a popping sound. So we cut that again. Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge. Okay, cut that there, cut that there, cut that there. And then we push it. And then we listen. Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge. Gale's... Nice. Pop, 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 pop. I just got popped like a balloon. Oh no! 236. 236. Pop this in. Okay. And then we have a listen.
The pain deepens as you take in the world around you. The pain deep.
Okay, this is a personal one, so emotional. The pain deepens as you take in the world around you. Oh, might be too long. Might be too long. Or it might just barely fit. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Come on. There we go. Oh, it just fits. The pain deepens as you take in the world around you. There we go. Beep, boop. B5C. B5C. Now I'm getting into the flow. Oh my goodness, another giant one. What the heck? Sometimes these voice lines are like 12 to 15 seconds long, and I'm just going, why? Why? Okay. Oh, this is a big one. Okay.
The memories resurface. A lifetime of battles blurring into one. A single constant is Minsk, launching into the fray no matter the foe, be that god, monster, or man.
Okay. I'll do this in pieces.
The memories
resurface. A lifetime of battles blurring into one. A single constant is Minsk, launching into the fray. No matter the foe, be that god, monster, or man. Not so happy with that. The first part I kind of like. The memories resurface. A lifetime of battles blurring into one. Nice. A single constant is Minsk, launching into the fray. No matter the foe, be that god, monster, or man. I kind of like the short delivery there. But I gotta move this tighter. The memories resurface. A lifetime of battles blurring into one. A single constant is Minsk, launching into the fray. No matter the foe, be that god, monster, or man. The memories... Yeah, that's okay. Done. Pop that in. And next.
Her presence fills your mind, caressing, stroking, kissing, then clawing, biting, cutting.
Well, that's obviously romancing Lae'zel. Presence, caressing, stroking, kissing, then pain.
Her presence fills your mind.
Okay. Her presence... Oh, I hit the P too hard again. Her presence fills your mind. Caressing... No, too dramatic. Her presence fills your mind. Caressing, stroking, kissing. Then clawing, biting, cutting. Okay, we will... Man, this is a damn dark urge. That was a very dark urgy one. We can pop that there. It's going to be so funny if this was meant to be sweet, and then it sounds like I'm going to murder this person. This here. Her presence fills your mind. Caressing, stroking, kissing. Then clawing, biting, cutting. Her presence fills... That's actually damn good. That sounded so good. Wait. Her presence fills your mind. Caressing, stroking, kissing. Then clawing, biting, cutting, her presence filled. Woo! Woo! I'm proud of that one. Beep boop. 45. Next. So yeah, this is a very chill. These are going to be very chill streams where I just chat to you guys. I laugh. I have fun. I enjoy the scripts.
There's an almost endless world for you to explore. Even if you can only see it at night.
Well, obviously this is an Astarion playthrough. Okay, so again, draw out the emotion of the word. So endless must be longer. Explore must be longer. So explore, endless, explore. Okay. There's an almost endless world for you to explore, even if you can only see it at night. And then we'll have the pause be a bit longer. Pull that across, pull that there. Then tidy those entrance and exits. Okay, and listen. There's an almost endless world for you to explore, even if you can only see it at night. There's... Nice. Yeah, so what are you guys going to play this as when you do... If you do it? Are you going to play Dark Urge, or are you going to play as one of the characters, or are you going to play as your own original character? I haven't played as one of the pre-existing characters besides Dark Urge. I'll be honest. Okay, 1FB. You know, I've only done like custom characters and Dark Urge. Those are the only ones that I've done. So I've never done like a full playthrough of Astarion being the main character, for example.
In her blood be anointed. Dark Justicia. In her blood be...
Okay. Simple delivery. In her blood be anointed. Dark dust. Dark Justicia. Okay, let's have a listen. In her blood be anointed. Dark Justicia. In her... Nice. Copy. Pasta. Beep boop. C21. C21. Come on.
The tangle of corpses gape at you, lifelessly.
Okay, so clearly when you resurrect something. A tangle of corpses gape at you, lifelessly. A tangle of corpses gape at you, lifelessly. A tangle. Copy, paste. Beep boop. 15 BA. 15 BA. Yeah, sometimes I do it in first take, and then other times I have to like struggle like 5 times to get it done. It really depends on the difficulty of the line. There were a couple of like weird ones where it was alliteration central or really tricky words like R's and F's and S's clumped together, like refreshing salad of the salamana, you know, something like that, where it's like the refreshing stillness of the blood's livers, like, and yeah. So, I can't think of the exact example, but I had to take it like 8 times when I was recording the other day, where I was just like, come on.
The creature is lost in devotion. You might as well not exist.
The creature is lost in devotion. You might as well not exist. Ooh, well, that was frightfully British. That was extra British. That was massive pomp and circumstance. Ew. Ew. Leviosa. The creature is lost in devotion. You might as well not exist. The creature... a little bit sassy. A little bit sassy. You might as well not exist. Fine, we'll keep it in. Beep, boop. 521. 521. Okay, let me look at Leo's comment. I have to do an evil dark urge where I romance Asterion, but that ending is just so gut-wrenching. I just couldn't do it yet. Ooh, yeah. Then add in my narration on top of that. It's gonna be especially if that's where you end up eating his brains. Oof. Let's see here. So far so good. I'm on Edgery. What's Edge Girl? Edge Girl.
As you turn to leave, you realize the other child does too. She looks nervous. As you turn
to leave, you realize the other child does too. She looks nervous. Might have to do a little bit of the good old schleisch. And then bring that in a bit. Bring that in a bit. Okay. And then Control R. Oh no, did I just say he? I mean you instead of he? Wait, I think I did a voice line error. As you turn to leave. Oh no.
Is it
he or you?
As you turn to leave.
As you turn to leave?
As you turn to leave, you realize the...
Because it can't be as he... If it's he, it should be as he turns to leave.
As you turn to leave, you realize...
As he turned... Because it doesn't make sense grammatically if it's as he turned to leave. It should be as he turns to leave. But if it's you, then you can say turn. As you turn to leave. So grammatically, it should be you. But it sounds like she says as he turned to leave.
As he turned to leave.
As he turned.
As he turned to leave.
Oh, you're right. As you you're right there. Oh man. Okay, we'll just re-record it. As he turned to leave, you realize the other child does too. She looks nervous. Yeah, this must be in some kind of orphanage or something. Yeah, you're right. You nailed it. Okay, let's give that a listen. Good thing we caught that. Good thing we caught it. As he turned to leave, you realize the other child does too. She looks nervous. As he turned... Nice. Okay, so this should be 500C. Yes, 500C. Good catch.
A year of horror, then the release. He will never disobey again.
Whoa, which one is this? Is this Astarion? A year of horror and then release? He will never disobey again? Is this like a punishment for Astarion or something? Jeez, this one's a dark one.
A year of horror, then the release. He will never disobey again.
Okay, so the year is drawn out. A year of horror, then release. He will never disobey again. A year of horror, then release. He will never disobey again. A year. Yes. Oof. Oof. He was punished by Khazad for disobeying, and he locked Astarion in a coffin for a whole year. What the frick? Wow. Well, let's make sure this one is doubly good. A year of horror, then release. He will never disobey again. Oh, that's okay. BB underscore 2, BB underscore 2.
Mizora treated you as a pet. She made your soul a mere plaything and bid you choose between your father and your freedom. Mizora.
Woo! Okay, this is a Will one. Mizora treated you as a pet. She made your soul a mere plaything and bid you to choose between your father and your freedom. Oof, that one was good. I was getting angry for Will on that one. Like, Will's character, he's vanilla, but you can't be angry at him, right? Except for the part when the game bugs out and he's like thinking about becoming, like taking over his dad's job, even though his dad is standing there right in camp. Mizora treated you as a pet. She made your soul a mere plaything and bid you to choose between plaything and bid you to choose between. We got a thing and thing and bid you to choose, but she made your soul a mere plaything and bid you to choose between your father and your freedom. Mizora. It's good. I mean, how many people are going to do a Will playthrough? I mean, he's too vanilla. Like, honestly, if you're playing the game, like, who would be motivated to play as Will? Let's be honest. BB6. It's like, yay, I want to play as daddy issues. Will's the type of guy you want to date IRL, but his story is just bland compared to the others. Yeah, it's like, my dad doesn't understand me, and I can't talk to him about it. It's not a phase, Dad. The Infernal is not a phase. Sorry, that's being mean to Will. Shame. Will fans, all 10 of you, I'm sorry. I like him. I had him in my party for a while as the Dark Urge until I realized that could probably end very badly. So I switched him out. Let's see. Okay, next one.
You know a fury more beautiful, more devastating than any. It wraps you in a comforting embrace.
Ooh, speaking of Dark Urge. Okay, so this one's slightly seductive in how aggressive it is. You know a fury more beautiful, more devastating than any other. Shoot, I added the word other. You know a fury more beautiful, more devastating than any. It wraps you in comforting embrace. Okay, and then we can pop that there, move that there, crunch that, crunch that. You know a fury more beautiful, more devastating than any. It wraps you in comforting embrace. Damn it. I feel like I was born to do Dark Urge. Jeez. Wait, I mean in-game. Woo, that could have been a bad sentence. That could have been a very bad sentence. Not my good boy. 7E, yes. What did you get cancelled for? Wanting to be the Dark Urge.
Will takes a sharp breath. He's keeping something from you.
Will takes a sharp breath. He's keeping something from you. I wanted to breathe out for that part, so the breathing in comes from the narration, but then the narrator breathes out in the relief of telling the player this. Will takes a sharp breath. He's keeping something from you. Will takes a... Yep, I like that. That was a nice touch. That wasn't how that was originally acted, but I like that. I like that little detail.
Courage, insight, strategy, justice. These were the lessons your father taught you, and the ones by which you will guide your fair city.
Ooh, this sounds like a finale for Will.
Courage.
Whoops. Courage. Whoops. And I hit a strong C, which caused the dent. Look at that dent. Ka-tonk-tonk. Okay, let's try that again. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. These were the lessons your father taught you, and the ones by which you will guide your fair... Something's wrong here. Something's wrong here with the delivery is way out of sync. Okay. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. These were the lessons your father taught you, and the ones by which you will guide your fair city. Much better. And then we will just chop it into place. Bring that there. Bring that there. Tidy that up there. Bring that a tiny bit more to the middle. Squish there. Squish there. And squish off there. Courage, insight. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. These were the lessons your father taught you, and the ones by which you will guide your fair city. Courage. There we go. Yeah. I mean, even describing like Will's finale thing, it just sounds vanilla, right? Wind, water, earth, fire. To these powers combined, make Captain Inferno. Maybe I'm just being a bit too harsh on Will. 1d3. 1d3. Pop that there. Okay, that's this one.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. Your head tingles. Will wants... 78_1. No! See, this is why I locked. This is why I locked it, so if I accidentally like delete a line, I don't lose it forever. So if I accidentally start typing random stuff here, it's like, are you sure you want to change this? And I'm like, hell to the no. But if I am, then I say, okay. So like I said, I spent quite a bit of time thinking about how to Jono proof this process. The gnomes are annoying. What's wrong with the gnomes? What are the gnomes doing to you now?
As you lose yourself in the fragments of a past you barely recognize, you feel a dull ache spread from your right hand.
Okay, context. As you lose yourself in the fragments of a past you barely recognize, you feel a dull ache spread from your right hand. That was roughly... Wait, is that exactly... Oh my goodness, that delivery is almost exact. Sweet, look at that. It lines up almost perfectly. The only thing is this middle part I delivered a little too quickly, but other than that, everything was spot on. Nice. As you lose yourself in the fragments of a past you barely recognize, you feel a dull ache spread from your right hand. As you... we had a little bit of a... We had a little bit of a over here. A little bit of a microphone knock, but I think I can get away with it. Now, obviously, if I was being paid to do this, like, you know, if a studio hired me, I would retake it as many times as was needed until it was perfect. But I'm not. 32D. 32D. So I cannot deliver perfect. I have perfectionist tendencies. So I'm trying my best here.
The pain fades, but you remain troubled. What just happened?
The pain fades, but you remain troubled. What just happened? Bring that there. The pain fades, but you remain troubled. What just happened? The pain... Nice. That was also a good one. 537. Seven E's. I really want to scream. What's happening? Well, they break things I tried to sell. Oh, the gnomes. Ooh, oof.
Lae'zel has been ostracized by your queen. Why should she not feel bitter? Lae'zel has been ostracized by your queen.
Okay. Lae'zel has been ostracized by your queen. Why should she not feel bitter? No. Grab that there, chop that there, and then pull it across. And let's give it a listen. Lae'zel has been ostracized by your queen. Why should she not feel bitter? Okay. Copy, paste. E7. E7. We've been going for 2.5 hours, and I've done less than 100. So I have to admit, I can usually do 60 in an hour, but yeah, we're going a bit slower today. But I'm having so much fun chatting to you guys. Like, I would rather like go slow and have fun chatting to you guys than like grind it out and like burn myself out. That's something I'm pretty good at avoiding, is burnout. I'm usually very good at balancing my work and play so that I don't get too stressed.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Okay, this one's an emotional one as well. Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice. Damn, that one I think we could just do in one whole take. Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice. Yeah, a little too S-y. A little too much on the s, but it's okay. 6BF. Yeah, the way... Hold on. We're hindering you here. No. You're not hindering me here, right? The way I view it is everybody who is a member of the channel is essentially paying for content, right? So I always want to provide content, and I want to make sure that what I deliver is value for what everybody is contributing. Whether you're a member or not, I always want to make you laugh. But for the members, I'm always focused on, am I bringing content? I mean, am I bringing, the content to make the exchange fair, right? The last thing I want to do is take off a whole month and produce 0 content, but then still expect memberships, right? That doesn't sit right with me at all. But at the same time, I also only have so much time in my day. I found I was getting a little bit burned out by doing the audiobook every single week. So I've dialed it back now to 2 weeks to give myself some more breathing room, because I will usually do it in like 2 or 3 sittings. But doing that every single week was putting a lot of pressure on myself, and I realized the timetable is arbitrary. So I decided, okay, audiobook will be bi-weekly. So I put it out 1 week. I have a bit of a breather for the following week, and then I dive straight back into it after recovering from that 1 week gap. And that has worked out a lot easier for me, because the last thing I want to do is burn myself out, because I'm having so much fun with the audiobook. I love making it. I love the campaign sessions. So I was feeling a little bit pressured. Trying to get an hour and a half audiobook every single week was a little bit insane. I sometimes push myself a bit too much. Just a little bit. I mean, I can do it, but it would I do feel that it would be grinding right near the edge of what I could handle. So I decided to dial it back so that I can consistently put it out for you guys.
You have fulfilled her will, retrieved the artifact for her. Everyone has perished but you. You have...
Okay, this must be the Lae'zel bad ending. You have fulfilled her will, retrieved the artifact for her. Everyone has perished but you. You have fulfilled her will, retrieved the artifact for her. Everyone has perished but you. You have fulfilled... Beep boop. 9,000! Well, at least you don't have the robe monster running around. What the heck is going on in that game? I've seen quite a lot of people streaming it. It's definitely a collab type of game.
This is the way. This is your queen's command.
This is the way. This is your queen's command. This is the way. This is your queen's command. Nice. I do like it when it's done in one take. Clean, quick, efficient. I like. F0. F0. Put that in. Okay, let's this one.
The squirrel's tail twitches in a lukewarm salute. The
squirrel's tail twitches in a lukewarm salute. The squirrel's tail twitches in a lukewarm salute. The squirrel's tail twitch... Uh-oh. I think I got... No! Two plosives. Tail twitches in a... Tail twitch... No. It's just barely acceptable. There were two plosives right there, but it's just barely here. The squirrel's tail twitches in a... That's acceptable. Where'd the music go? 0-5. Come on. Oh dear. Okay, pop that there, pop that there. So the next one is F4A. F4A, okay.
worlds beyond worlds flash before your eyes. Empires of a grand design traversed by ships just like this.
Okay, this is very wonderful, very mystical. Worlds beyond worlds flash before your eyes. Empires of a grand design traversed by ships just like this. Just like this. Yeah, we'll go with the speedier delivery because I don't think I have enough time to fit all of that in. So we'll cut that one. Oof, this one is... Ooh, this one is... Ooh, don't think I can fit it all in. No. Please. Please, we can cut that down. Okay, this might be too choppy. We might have to redo this one. Worlds beyond worlds flash before your eyes. Empires of a grand design traversed by ships just like this. Nope. Too staccato. Too staccato. Okay. I have to... The delivery has to be faster. Worlds beyond worlds flash before your eyes. Empires of a grand design traversed by ships just like this. Much better. That one's way better. That one's like super better. Why did I do that on the first take? Let's give it a listen. Worlds beyond worlds flash before your eyes. Empires of a grand design traversed by ships just like this. Nice. 4A, 4A. See, now we're speeding it up. Now we're getting into the flow of it. Little Duck says hello. Hello, Little Duck. Hello, Little Duck. Quack, quack. Really? Ducks.
The controls are open to your tadpole's command. To your authority.
Ooh, there was a little bit of hesitation in the authority part there. I like that. I'll try and work that into mine as well. The controls are open to your tadpoles. Command to your authority. Might just have it. The controls are open to your tadpoles. Command to your authority. The controls are open to... no, I don't like it. The controls are open to your tadpoles. Command to your authority. Authority. Yeah, I gotta be careful when saying authority because it might sound like Eric Cartman. My authority! My authority! The controls are open to your tadpoles. Command to your authority. The control... Yeah, we'll go with that one. That must be in the tutorial? Like right at the start? Yeah, that must be in the tutorial section. Try as you might, you can't think of any relevant things.
Try as you might, you can't think of any relevant teachings.
Try as you might, you can't think of any relevant teachings. Try as you might, you can't think of any relevant teachings. Try... Yeah, I like the little sigh. There's a little sigh right at the end there. Teachings. Like can't think of it. Nice. Also, there's a giant fly in my room. Get out. Ugh. You know, summer is here. Yeah, you know it's summer when all the flies start showing up.
There's been a murder, and it looks like you're a suspect. There's been a
murder, and it looks like you're the suspect. Okay, we... There we go, and then we'll have this one. There's been a murder, and it looks like you're the suspect. There's been a murder. $55.
You're stopped by a guard. It seems your presence here is forbidden.
That feels like Act 3 with Gortash. You're stopped by a guard. It seems your presence here is forbidden. You're stopped by a guard. It seems your presence here is forbidden. You're 75. Beep, boop. Okay, we're doing good. I've got it. I've gotten into the flow of it now. Ah, good sip though.
The pity gags in your gullet.
Ooh.
Yes, they will die. Yes. Just for you.
Wow. Okay, that's a Dark Urge one. Holy. Okay, let's do this one really well.
The pity.
Okay, so sarcastic pity. The pity gags in your gullet. Yes, they will die. Yes, just for you. Okay, we're gonna have to chop that up a little bit more. Because the delivery here is a little tricky. But I think I can make it work. There. Let's see how that goes. The pity gags in your gullet. Yes, they will die. Yes, just for you. The pit. Beep boop. A4. Okay. Pop that there. Okay, Dark Urge really does suit you a lot. Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I got typecast. I mean, it also doesn't help that I look like Tom Hiddleston. So I could have probably done a Loki. Like, I could have probably been a stunt double for Loki. Or if they ever do like a reboot of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I should audition.
With a start, you realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
With a start, you realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you. Bring that in, and no. Bring that in, chop that there, bring that across. Soften, soften, soften. And listen. With a start, you realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you. With a start, you realize you're... Okay, that's good enough. Beep boop. D7, yes, D7, D7, knight to D7. Okay, Dark Urge really does suit you a lot. Thanks. Damn, bro, I can't get a break from the monsters. Rawr, I'm the monster, rah, rah, rah. I'm the monster, rah, rah, rah.
The bird coos its approval. The bird coos its approval. The bird coos its approval.
Yes, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. The bird coos. The bird coos its approval. 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 That was actually perfect delivery. Oops. No. See, we Jono-proof. We Jono-proof the things. We make sure everything is Jono-proof. 40. Yes. 40. 40. The tadpole reveals your mind to Lae'zel.
The tadpole reveals your mind to Lae'zel. She knows you bargained with Raphael.
Uh-oh, someone's in trouble. The tadpole reveals your mind to Lae'zel. She knows you've bargained with I added in a have. She knows you bargained with Raphael. Skra! That's exactly how she'd respond. Skra! The tadpole reveals your mind to Lae'zel. She knows you bargained with Raphael. You know how hard it is not to accidentally say Lael instead of Lae'zel? Watch. There's gonna be a typo that happens and nobody's gonna catch it and it's gonna be in the game. The tadpole. Seven B. Remember when I sent all those arrows of many targets? When I sent all those arrows of many targets to Lae'zel rather than Nail? Oof, I feel bad. Speaking of which, in my Dark Urge playthrough, my Asterion has 52 arrows of many targets. Let's just say I have been shopping a lot. I've scrounged up every bit of food I could possibly get. Okay, let's see. An almost childlike joy.
An almost childlike joy enters Omeluum's ichor-laced eyes.
Omeluums.
Enters Omeluum's
Omeluums.
Enters Omeluum's ichor.
Okay, wait, I gotta write that down here. This is one of the few. Enters Omeluums. O-mu-l-ms. Childlike joy.
An almost childlike joy enters Omeluum's ichor-laced eyes. An almost childlike joy enters Omeluum.
Omeluums. Okay, let's try that. Omeluums. An almost childlike joy enters Omeluum's whimsical laced eyes. I think I nailed it. Wait, let's listen to hers.
An almost childlike joy enters Omeluum's ichor-laced eyes.
Ichor-laced eyes, not whimsical. Frick. Okay, I gotta redo it. Ichor-laced eyes.
Omeluum's ichor-laced eyes.
Ichor. Omeluums. Yep. Shopping. No worries. An almost childlike joy enters Omeluum's An almost childlike joy enters Omeluum's ichor-laced eyes. There we go. And why is the delivery so wrong? What have I missed?
An almost childlike joy enters Omeluum's ichor-laced eyes.
An almost childlike joy. Oh, right. The delivery is flat. That's why. An almost childlike joy enters Omeluum's ichor-laced eyes. There we go. Much better. I was so focused on Omeluum that I just rushed the first part. An almost childlike joy enters Omeluum's ichor-laced eyes. There we go. Nailed it. Finally. After like so many tries. 40. You can do it, Alex. You can do it. I want to cry, but I don't want to be weak. You're not weak. You're not weak. It starts with believing in yourself.
Your parasite trembles. Even in sleep, your companions know your path and cry out in victory.
Oh, that's an interesting line. Okay. Your parasite trembles. Even in sleep, your companions know your path and cry out in victory. No. And cry out in victory. And cry out in victory. There we go. Got it on the last one. Scrunch it up. Okay, let's listen. Your parasite trembles. Even in sleep, your companions know your path. Even in sleep, your companions know your path. And cry out in victory. Your parasite. Okay, good. So we're at 236. What percentage is that? 236 divided by 7,629 times 100. We're at 3%. Woo! Oh my god. What have I done?
6 months since you sacrificed it all. Rebirthed into something new. Something superior.
Okay, that's Astarion bad ending main character, definitely. Rebirthed into something new, something superior. That sounds like bad Astarion. 6 months since you've sacrificed... 6 months since you sacrificed it all. Rebirthed into something new. Something superior. Wow, so many S's. 6 months since you sacrificed it all. Come here, Astarion. 6 months, Astarion. Let's hear how that turned out. Freak it a little bit. Who's a good vampire? Who's a good vampire? 6 months since you sacrificed it all. Rebirthed into something new. Something superior. Oh, hell. Something's missing. What's in her first part?
6 months since you sacrificed it all.
Okay, it's much more drawn out. Okay, let's go. 6 months since you sacrificed it all. Ooh, there we go. Six months since you sacrificed it all. Rebirthed into something new. Something superior. 6 months since you sacrificed it all. Yep, I like it. $509. Beep boop. Switch over and then next. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, I think I'll stop at 250. That means we basically did 100 today. Almost. No, 260 is 100. So we got like 20 to go, 23 to go. Okay, we can do this. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Baldur's Gate is your home, and you are its servant. Relentless in your pursuit of the greatest good.
Oh, that's vanilla. Baldur's Gate is your home, and you are its servant. Relentless in your pursuit of the greatest good. Baldur's Gate is your home, and you are its servant. Relentless in your pursuit of the greatest good. Baldur's Gate. Yeah, that's fine. That one might be a little bit weird. Yeah, the execution of that in engine. My gut feeling is telling me the execution of that one is going to be a little janky in engine. 345, 345, yeah. But again, I'm not being paid to do this, so. That's the excuse I tell myself to not get hitched up on perfection. Oh, this is a fun one.
You're being reported for theft. Time to get your explanation in order.
You're being reported for theft. Time to get your explanation in order. Order 66. There we go. You're being reported for theft. Time to get your explanation in order. You're being... Copy. Paste. 106A, 106A. Okay, we're at 240. Come on, 240. We got 20 more to go, so we do 100 today.
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells.
Whoa, okay. Context, lady. A great heat roars through you. Uh-oh. too many plosives. Yeah, too many plosives. I gotta be careful with the delivery on this one. A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Oh no, the delivery is too... Okay, I can salvage this. I can salvage this. I've just got to cut the gap in between here. And we shave off as many microseconds as we can. Wait, let's try and shave off as much as we can. Yes, we can make it fit. A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Woo! Woo! I have no context for this, but I like it. A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. There we go. Beep, boop. 70. Next. Okay, 19 to go.
Seek no permission. Take all that benefits you.
Okay, simple delivery. Seek no permission. Take all that benefits you. Simple, quick, and easy. Seek no permission. Take all that benefits you. Might be the Druid's Grove. Eight, 9, 6, 8, 9, 6, 8, 9, 6. Okay, next. Whoops, yoink. I hide in boxes. Huh, that's an effective strategy. You could say it's a solid snake strategy.
You've admitted being the criminal responsible. The guards will want to hear about this.
You've admitted being the criminal responsible. The guards will want to hear about this. You've admitted being the criminal responsible. The guards will want to hear about this. Okay, save. Start. EF0. Okay. The block has a broadsheet article. Oh yeah, this is the printers.
The block has a broadsheet article engraved upon it. It speaks positively of you.
She sounds almost surprised by that. The block has a broadsheet article engraved upon it. It speaks positively of you. She's like, wow, somebody's actually doing their job. Wow, somebody's finally writing about the heroes properly. The block has a broadsheet article engraved upon it. It speaks positively of you. The 952. You lie back.
You lie back and feel her lips on your skin, leaving a trail of gentle kisses as her hand pushes further.
Ah, an erotic scene. Okay. Okay. These ones are hard, especially when you got a crowd watching. You lie back and feel her lips upon your skin, leaving a trail of gentle kisses. I plosived! I plosived! Leaving a trail of gentle kisses. I plosived again. Leaving a trail of gentle Why is the D in gentle? Why is there a D in gentle, Jono? Why am I D'ing in gentle? Leaving a trail of gentle kisses as her hand pushes further. And then I rushed it because I was getting flustered and embarrassed. Let's hear the first part. You lie back and feel her lips upon your skin, leaving a trail of gentle kisses as her hand pushes further. I can do it. Leaving a trail. leaving a trail of gentle kisses as her hand pushes further. There we go. That's what we wanted. Just ignore chat laughing about your erotica narrations. Nobody will ever mention Team Jacob. You lie back and feel her lips upon your skin, leaving a trail of gentle kisses as her hand pushes further. You lie... There we go. I mean, out of all the ones to be a perfectionist on, the spicy scenes need to be perfect. Otherwise, it kills the mood. So yeah, I will put extra effort into the erotica readings. Is now a quote that you could put on my channel. Yay. D9C. D9C. I put extra effort into my erotica readings. The Dead Three.
The Dead Three. Merkel, Bane, and Baal. Lords of deathly tenets, and traitors to Ao, god of gods.
Wow, okay. The Dead Three. Nope. The Dead Three. I keep plosifying the Dead Three. Merkel, Bane, and Baal. Lords of deathly tenets and traitor to Ao. Traitor to who? To Ao.
To Ao.
Ao. Ao! Ao, 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 can I get it? Ao, Ao, Ao. Lords of deathly tenets and traitors to Ao. Lords of deathly tenets and traitor to Ao, god of gods. God of gods. God of gods. God of gods. There we go. That last one is a good one. Ew, ew, ew. Can I get it? Ew. I can't get that out of my head now. Great. That's going to be stuck there for days. The Dead Three. Merkel, Bane, and Baal. Lords of deathly tenets and traitor to Ao, god of gods. The Dead Three. Merkel, Bane, and Baal. Lords of deathly tenets and traitor to Ao, god of gods. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. 2011. Excellent year. The God's words.
The god's words are clear but spoken without thought or intent. Behind her eyes you see nothing. She's a drone under some magical charm. The god's words are...
The girls? The gods? The guards? Which one is it? The girl?
The god's word... The god's words... The god's words...
The god's words?
The god's words are clear but spoken without thought or intent.
I think it's girls. The girls' words are spoken. The girls' words are clear but spoken without thought or intent. Hey, KJ, welcome, welcome. How you doing?
The god's words are clear but...
I think it's girl. I don't think it's God.
The god's words are clear but spoken without thought or intent.
Okay, we're gonna do it the girls. I don't care if it's wrong. At least it says her in there, so we know that at least whoever the narrator is describing is a girl, so we'll go with that. But KJ, how you doing? We are on line 246. We are doing 7,629 voice lines for this game. Oops. No. Where'd you go? There we go. The girl's words are clear but spoken without thought or intent. Behind her eyes you see nothing. She is a drone under some magical charm. So we'll chop that. Bring that there. Bring that in a bit more. Don't know how I feel about the middle part here. This one feels a bit short, so I'm going to cut that out and just re-record it. Behind her eyes, you see nothing. Much better. The girl's words are clear but spoken without thought or intent. Behind her eyes, you see nothing. She is a drone under some magical charm. The girl's words... Nice. Beep-doop. 671. 671. Okay, complete. But yeah, how you doing, KJ? How you been? I'm doing great. Came back for a few minutes ago. Got myself a new car. Woo! Congratulations. Enjoy the vehicular freedom. Nice. I can drive around now. Woo! That's excellent. Man, I haven't driven a car since 2020. It's been a while. I'm a little bit nervous to drive a car again after so long, but yeah, I have my driver's licenses. I used to drive like all over the place, but yeah, I don't have a car anymore ever since I moved. I get the joys of experiencing Deutschbahn. The trains here in Germany are infamously bad.
Private estate of the Honourable Janeth family.
Janeth family. Honourable estate of... No. Private estate of the Honourable Janeth. Honourable... Private estate of the Honourable Janeth family. Private estate of the Honourable Janeth family.
Private estate of the Honourable Janeth family.
Private estate of the Honourable Janeth family. Private estate of the Honourable Janeth family. There we go. I need a little bit of a pause there, otherwise it was too much. Private estate of the Honourable Janeth family. There we go. Much better. But yeah, that's so awesome that you got a nice car. Congratulations. Yee. Let's see. 204, 204, 204. Yay. Yeah, that's so great. I'm really happy for you. I hope that the driver's exam wasn't too crazy.
You were seen killing someone.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps unsurprisingly, this guard wants a word.
I love the sarcastic ones. Oh yeah, KJ. Everybody is agreeing here that I am really good at narrating like the evil playthroughs. Like the Dark Urge playthrough in particular. Like I'm really just I'm having too much fun narrating the Dark Urge parts. That's what. It's just so good to be bad. Okay, let's see. This one's fun because they're sarcastic ones. These ones are sarcastic ones. You were seen killing... Oops, I plosived again. You were seen killing someone. Perhaps unsurprisingly, this guard wants a word. No, it's too long. Okay, try again. You were seen killing someone. Perhaps unsurprisingly, this guard wants a word. And then we can drag that across to create a little bit of distance between the two sentences. Round off the edges so it's not sharp. Round off the edge there. And that's here. You were seen killing someone. Perhaps unsurprisingly, this guard wants a word. You were seen killing someone. Perhaps unsurprisingly, this guard wants a word. You were seen killing someone. Perhaps unsurprisingly, this guard wants a word. I love that one. That one has to be one of my favorites of tonight. 662F. 662F? Yes. You know what? I'm going to add that on Discord. Hold on. Where is the server? I'm just gonna put it in chaos so no one has context. You were seen killing someone. Perhaps unsurprisingly, this god wants a word. Okay. Oh yeah. KJ, if you want a copy of any of these voice lines that I'm doing, just let me know in chat and then I'll post it on the Discord. Because that's why we're doing this. We're doing it to have fun. Okay, we're almost there. We got like 11 to go.
Velioth recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Cazador suffered 11 years of impalement because he failed.
Oh, I'm gonna love this one. This one is for you, Lael. This one, narrating Cazador's suffering. Okay, we have to go 110% for this one. Okay, what's the guy's name again?
Velioth recalls. Velioth recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Velioth
recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Cazador suffered 11 years of impalement because he failed. Whoops. Fix that. See that. Velioth. Did I say that correctly? Velioth recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Yeah, that sounds good. Let me know if you want me to... Yeah, Lael, let me know if you want me to retake this one. Velioth recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Cazador suffered 11 years of impalement because he failed. Velioth recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Cazador suffered 11 years of impalement because he failed. I really am a Dark Urge. I'm just so good at being bad. Against him, Cazador's. And don't quote that out of context. It makes it sound like I'm just bad at whatever I do. DC3. Oh, do you want a copy of that one, Lael? No, you made it sound like you deserved it and it's perfect. Yes! Wait, let me send that into you, Lael. Hold on. Velioth recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Cazador suffered 11 years of impalement because he failed. Yay! Okay, it worked. All right. Next. There's a weird tapping in this lo-fi song, so I'm gonna switch to the next one. I keep thinking there's someone behind me, which is freaking me out. Thank you. Yes, I'll make sure the Astarion related lines will be perfect.
Fearless Goddess, who would chase any prey and helped bring in our greatest trophies.
Fearless Goddess is the name of a dog. Okay. Fearless Goddess, who would chase any prey and help bring in our greatest trophies. Oh, this is the dog mausoleum, isn't it? This is the way you have to fight the ghost dogs. Fearless Goddess, who would chase any prey and help bring in our greatest trophies. Oh, I said that with a heartbreak. I do like trying to guess where the lines in the games come from. 271, 271. It's quite fun, you know, trying to figure out where every single line is. Some of them, obviously, you can't, but a lot of them you can. Ooh, a really good one is coming. The tempers are rising one. I've heard that line so many times because I accidentally click on a red item. I'm like walking, I'm walking, and then all of a sudden, tempers are rising.
You see nothing nearby that might appeal to a displacer beast's desires.
Have you tried some spider meat laced with succubi's spit?
You see nothing nearby that might appeal to a displacer beast's desires.
Yeah, some context would be helpful in a lot of these lines, yeah. You see nothing nearby that might appeal to a displacer beast's desires. Oh, I paused a little bit too long there, but I might be able to squeeze it in just, please. You see nothing nearby that might appeal to a displacer beast's desires. You see nothing nearby. You see nothing nearby that might appeal to a displacer beast's desires. Yeah, that works. A lot of S's though. The displacer beasts. Yeah. Some of these voice lines are so tricky because it's like... You see nothing nearby that might appeal to a displacer's beast's desires. Displacer beast's desires. So many S's. Your attempt at pickpocketing has yielded nothing but a fight.
Your attempt at pickpocketing has yielded nothing but a fight.
She sounded so disappointed, like a disappointed mother.
Has yielded nothing but a fight.
Okay, I've got to try and be disappointed. Your attempts at pickpocketing have yielded nothing but a fight. Oh, no. Your attempts at pickpocketing have yielded nothing but a fight. That could work. Your attempts at pickpocketing have yielded nothing but a fight. Your attempts at pickpocketing have yielded nothing but a fight. Don't like it. This one I want to be fun. Because it's something a player will hear often. Your attempt at pickpocketing has yielded nothing but a fight. Your attempt at pickpocketing has yielded nothing but a fight. Your attempt at pickpocketing has yielded nothing but a fight. That little sigh at the end there. Your attempt at pickpocketing has yielded nothing but a fight. Your attempt at... There we go. There's that disappointed dad energy. Not that I know what that sounds like. 7 FB. Daddy route. Sorry, I've been watching an abridged series on YouTube called Sister Leveling. It's based off of Solo Leveling. And one of the voice lines in the abridged series, the guy is like, Daddy route is now available. And I keep saying that randomly every now and then. Like, Sister route is now available. Oh, don't clip that without context, please. Hilly! Welcome, Hilly! How you doing? Hi.
Tempers are rising.
Oh, there it is.
It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
Tempers are rising, and it's clear not everything is at your disposal. Come on, see.
Tempers are rising.
Tempers are rising, and it's clear not everything is at your disposal. Tempers are rising.
It's clear not everything is at your disposal.
Let me do that again. Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything is at... Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal. Right, that didn't sound good. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal. Bring that in. There we go. This should sound good. Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal. Tempers are rising. Be-doom. Da-da-da-da-da. 5 AC. Let's see here. Yeah, some context on those lines would help. Displace a beast's desires. What a tongue twister. Displace a beast's desires. Hey, I hear. Yeah, hey, Healy. I need some hugs. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Several other children are huddled behind the one receiving the apple, hands outstretched.
Where is this? Where is this? Several other children are huddled. It's descriptive, so it can be matter of fact. Several other children are huddled behind the one receiving the apple. Hands outstretched. Hands outstretched. Tie that in. Bring that in. Bring that in. Tie that off a little bit. There we go. Let's listen. Several other children are huddled behind the one receiving the apple, hands outstretched. Several other... Sounds like if you give something. 2CF. Okay, we got that going. Woo! Isn't that during the trial of Ansur where you have to judge the thief? Ah, yes! That's it. You nailed it. Damn.
The Merrigan stares through you. It knows only to attend to its master.
The Merrigan. Okay. The Merrigan stares through you. It knows only to attend to its master. Ooh, this might be another one of those perfect lines. The Merrigan stares through you. It knows only to attend to its master. Yep, perfect line. First take, love it. 4B7. Still, we're doing good. We're almost at 100 lines today. Normally, it would take me about 2 hours to do 100 lines, but we're almost at 3.5. But that's fine. We're chatting. We're having fun.
And now that Shadowheart has the ear of her god, yes, perhaps it's best if they were removed from the equation. And
whoa! No context for this one, but it sounds sinister. Yes. And now that Shadowheart has the ear of her god, yes, perhaps it's best if they were removed from the equation. Woo! Sinister! Very dramatic pause there as well. I think that's what really sells it, is the dramatic pause over here. Yes. Leviosa. Leviosa. And now that Shadowheart has the ear of her god, yes, perhaps it's best if they were removed from the equation. And now, Dark Urge. Yep, it's a Dark Urge moment. And now... Yeah. That must be a moment where you convince her to become a Dark Justiciar and then you betray her. That's where it feels like that's the context. Isn't that during the... Oh, yeah, that was the previous one.
the spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions. I think I rushed that one. The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions. Oh, that sounds good. C1. CA1. CA1. I will have to use them then next time I play Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, KJ. Yeah, that's the plan. When it's ready, I will release it for free as a mod for everyone to enjoy.
This shopkeeper would like to remind everyone that Angelion's crafts are the finest in the realms and worth every copper.
Angelions, okay. This shopkeeper would like to remind everyone that Angelion's crafts are the finest in the realms and worth every copper. This shopkeeper would like to remind everyone that Angelion's crafts are the finest in the realms and worth every copper. This shopkeeper would like to... It's a little long. But I think it's fine. Next. Analyst console.
An illithid console, dull and inert, to you at least.
An illithid console, dull and inert, to you at least. Ooh, this looks like another first take. First take goodness. An illithid console, dull and inert, to you at least. Yep. Man, some of the names of things really mess this up.
The wound splits open further, a fresh trickle of blood spilling out.
The wound splits open further, a fresh trickle of blood spilling out. Ooh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. I think I can just fit it in. The wound splits open further, a fresh trickle of blood spilling out. The wound... There we go. I think that's when you're in the Shah trials. Yeah, that's probably the Shah trials. BAC4, BAC4. Yeah, I think that's the Shah trials one. You know, we have to like cut your hand every time you want to do one of the trials. Hey, we're 260. We did 100 this evening so far. Let's aim. Go a little bit more. Maybe 275? Yeah, 275.
Here lies Sion Greencloak. She loved the forest. May she find it once again. Here lies Sion Greencloak. She loved the forest. May she find it once again. Here lies Sion
Greencloak. Here lies Sion Greencloak. She loved the forest. May she find it again. May she find it again. May she find it again. Okay, that looks good. Here lies Sion Greencloak. She loved the forest. May she find it again. Here... Copy. I have no idea who that is. Must be one of the graves. Oh God. I just realized there's all the graves in outside the house of healing in Act 2. The House of Healing has like a bajillion gravestones and there's a voice line for every single one. Oh, you gotta go now? Well, Jono, I will see you tomorrow afternoon or at 4. Bye, guys. Thanks, Alex. I hope you had a lot of fun. Thanks for being here from the very beginning. I really do appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. I hope you had fun with your repo game as well. Bye-bye. Give you a wave. Bye.
Especially if you have the Blade of Avernus on your side.
Especially if you have the Blade of Avernus on your side. Yep, that looks good. Especially if you have the Blade of Avernus on your side. Beep boop. FAC.
Your muscles loosen. The tadpole breaks free of its deceased host. Your mind is your own again. For now, your muscle...
Okay. Your muscles loosen. The tadpole breaks free of its deceased host. Your mind is your own again. For now. Okay, chop. 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 Bring it in. Bring it in. And then bring that in there. Okay, let's see how that sounds. Your muscles loosen. The tadpole breaks free of its deceased host. Your mind is your own again. For now, your muscle... Okay, what's that? 276. 276. 276. Okay. Whether you settle in the Underdark or find somewhere more fitting, you're sure the future won't be easy.
Whether you settle in the Underdark or find somewhere more fitting, you're sure the future won't be easy.
Oh, okay, it's not a question mark. Whether you settle in the Underdark or find somewhere more fitting, you're sure the future won't be easy. Oh no. Okay, this is another one of those. Gotta squeeze it in to make every bit count. Whether you settle in the Underdark or find somewhere more fitting, you're sure the future won't be easy. Whether you... That was good. B1, B1. And there and back again.
It's hard to say what your companions make of you now. Their faces betray only confusion. Though one face is notably missing.
Oh?
Karlak.
Karlak is missing? No. It's hard to say what your companions make of you now. Their faces betray only confusion, though one face is notably missing. Karlak. Chop, chop, chop. Bring that in. Tidy that up. Let's have a listen. It's hard to say what your companions make of you now. Their faces betray only confusion, though one face is notably missing. Karlak. It's... Paste. Beep boop. Uh-oh. I didn't check. 641D. 641D. Okay. I gotta remember, I can't go too fast because that's when you start making mistakes.
But you've spent too long reading people not to see what's behind her eyes. Scorn, stark behind her mask of deference.
Okay. But you've spent too long reading people. Oh, I plosived. But you spent too long reading people to not see what's behind her eyes. Scorn, stark behind her mask of deference. But you spent too long reading people to not see what's behind her eyes. Scorn behind her eyes. Scorn behind her eyes. Scorn, stark behind her mask of deference. But you... Okay. DDBA. DDBA. Then you see the vision's dagger like yourself chopping Mike and remains of their axis? What the heck?
Then you see visions. Dwegar like yourself.
Oh, Dwegar.
Chopping myconid remains with their axis. Then you...
Dwegar chopping myconid remains. Then you see visions of Dwegar like... Oops. And then you see visions of Dwegar... You see visions... Then you see visions, Dwegar, like yourself. Then you see visions, Dwegar, like yourself, chopping myconid remains with their axes. Then you see visions, Dwegar, like yourself, chopping myconid remains with their axes. Then you... Copy. There is a plosive in there, but it's okay. CF2. Come on. I want to get to 275. We'll call it a 275.
The artifact. You and others were to seize it from the Githyanki. She may prove to be a foe, but for now offers aid.
The artifact. You and the others were to seize it from the Githyanki. She may prove to be a foe, but for now offers aid. C, we'll push that in together. We'll chop that, and we'll chop that, and then we'll tweak it a little bit. Pop that there, push that there, and pop that there. The artifact. You and the others were to seize it from the Githyanki. She may prove to be a foe, but for now offers aid. She may prove to be a foe, but for now offers aid. I also want to be careful at the starting sections. So when it comes to voice lines that are at the start of the game that everyone will hear regardless of their player or character choice, those ones I really do want to get correctly done, like spot on, because that's what most amount of people are going to hear. Like when there's a Dwegar specific line, I'm not going to spend 10 minutes trying to make sure that I get a plosive out, right? But if it's a line that everyone's going to hear, then I want to try and make sure that it's good. Good. Okay. 260 nice. We're on 260 nice. Underdark Fauna.
Underdark fauna is a topic much written on, but this title has never appeared in any collection you've seen. Underdark fauna is a topic much written on, but this title has never appeared in any collection you... Underdark...
I know exactly where this is. It's when you get the book from the drow. Underdark fauna is a topic much written on, but this title has never appeared in any collection you've seen. Cut there. Curl it slightly. And let's give it a listen. Underdark fauna is a topic much written on, but this title has never appeared in any collection you've seen. Copy. Pasta. Oh, I can feel my focus slipping. BFC. BFC. Yeah, I'm pushing for the last 6 here. Because we're so close. We're on 270 now. So I want to get to 275. That'll be a good spot. You recall her lips.
You recall Harlep's words.
Wait, who?
Recall Harlep's words.
Harlep. You recall Harlep's words.
Recall Harlep's words. Every time I make love in your shape, you will know. You will know.
Oh, Harlep is the succubi, isn't it? You recall Harlep's words. Every time I make love in your shape, you will know. You will know. Couple of plosives in there, but I think we can get away with it. Okay, let's give that a listen. You recall Harlep's words. Every time I make love in your shape, you will know. You will know. You recall Harlep.
Ooh, that one gave me shivers.
That last part. You will know. You recall.
Okay, there we go. Okay, got it.
Perfect. Nailed it. Nailed it. I don't want to brag, but why am I good at the erotica scenes? That sounded so bad. Okay, 7A, 7A. I'm not going red, you are. 7A. Pop that in there. And a stillness. As she stands transformed once again.
Then stillness. As she stands transformed. Once again closed off from the Netherbrain's mind. Then
Hey, Lil. Then stillness, as she stands transformed once again, closed off from the Netherbrain's mind. Grab that there, grab that there. Pop that there. Heat. That. Oh, something's gone a little strange here. Uh-oh. Okay, let's listen to the original again.
Then stillness. As she stands transformed. Once again closed off from the Netherbrain's.
Okay, and then ours. Then stillness. As she stands transformed once again, closed off from the That's what I did wrong. Once again, closed off is what it's supposed to be. As she stands transformed. That's what's supposed to be there. Sometimes you just got to do it line by line and like just record each line separately. You get those. You get those. Once again, closed off from the Netherbrain's mind. Ooh, that's cutting it close. Then stillness. As she stands transformed. Once again, closed off from the Netherbrain's mind. Then... There we go. Paste. Send. Beep boop. 8, 5. Oh, yeah. Just wanna... I'm just gonna put that in the chaos post as well. I think it was this one. Spicy. You recall Harlip's words. There we go. Look at it. I'm putting some of the fun ones in on the Discord so that you guys have ammunition to hold against me to the end of time. 558. It's fun. It's fun. Okay. The next one is the thought of you putting your fangs to her neck. Oh, so this is Astarion biting that disgusting drow person.
The thought of putting your fangs to her neck makes you feel sick.
Okay, Jono, channel all your disgust for this one. Okay. The thought of putting your... plosives. The thought of putting your fangs to her neck makes you sick. The thought of putting your fangs to her neck makes you sick. The thought of putting your fangs... makes you feel sick. We do it again. The thought of putting your fangs to her neck makes you feel sick. There we go. I scrunched up into a ball and grabbed my throat when I actually grabbed my throat when I did that voice line. Yes, please channel all your disgust. But I've dreamed about it since I was a little girl. Teetering on the edge of death. Oh, it's not a phase. The thought of putting your fangs to her neck makes you feel sick. The thought... There we go. Six eight A. 688A. Come on. Come on.
A criminal act is being investigated. You might want to explain the extent of your involvement.
I love these sarcastic ones. A criminal act is being investigated. You might want to explain the extent of your involvement. A criminal act is being investigated. You might want to explain the extent of your involvement. Come on. C. I need to pull that across just a tiny bit. You would be surprised how a few milliseconds can make audio sound different. A criminal act is being investigated. You might want to explain the extent of your involvement. See, that was just a few milliseconds, but it makes a huge difference to the interpretation of the delivery. $50 CE, $50 CE. Two more to go. We have just 2 more lines to do today. Come on, we're so close.
The deep dark should lull you to sleep, yet your eyes refuse to stay closed.
Ooh, I like how she held the refuse. Oh, she's so good. The deep dark should lull you to sleep, yet your eyes refuse to stay closed. Like the first part, not so keen on the second part. The deep dark should lull you to sleep, yet your eyes refuse to stay closed. No, don't like it. Sleep. Oh, yeah, okay. We're doing the whole thing again. The deep dark should lull. The deep dark should lull you to sleep, yet your eyes refuse to stay closed. Oof, that one was a little edgy, to be honest. That one was a little too edgy. I refuse to be closed in a world where the latest summer blockbuster will be found. The deep dark should lull you to sleep, yet your eyes refuse to stay closed. The deep...
that works.
Sometimes I overthink it. 8d6. 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 Okay, last one. Last one for the evening. What is it? But that is all. That's perfect. That's perfect. But that is all. That is the perfect one to end on.
But that is all.
But that is all. But that is all. But that is all. $980. Woo! Alright. And then I gotta delete all previous recordings. Yoink. Delete. Uh-oh. Okay, save. Let us go to the chat room. Woo! All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us this evening. That was a lot of fun. I know it was a much slower kind of content than my usual stream, but I thought I would... it's been a long time since we did some voice acting streams. I believe I did it 4 years ago in the first year of streaming. We did a whole bunch of memes like the Death Note and Goku screams, and I honestly was worried my neighbor thought I broke my leg because I did the 12-second Goku scream. The for 12 seconds holding maximum scream. I was so worried my neighbors were going to call the police or something. But yeah, it's been a while since we did a voice acting stream, so I'm gonna do these every Thursday until we have this project done. I think you guys are good motivation for me. I'm gonna try and do 100 voice lines a day. Oh yeah, we did 275. So what is the final calculation percentage of our completion? 275 divided by 7,629 times 100 equals 3.6%. 3.6%. Well, it's progress. Hey, brother, how you doing? Funky Spike, how are ya? How you doing? Hope you've been well. I wanted to give you a call today, but I wasn't sure if you were available or not, because it's a public holiday here in Germany. Yay, lots of voice acting Thursdays to go. Yeah, I'm gonna do like 100 lines every day off stream as well. So, you know, we'll jump up. Hopefully by next week, we should hit 1,000. Yeah, next time we do this stream next week, Thursday, we should hit like 1,000. So then we'll be 10%. All right. Okay, everybody, I will let you all go now. I hope you have a fantastic evening. I will see you tomorrow for Devils May Cry. Saturday, we will be beginning Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It looks amazing. I've heard it's Game of the Year contender already. So hyped for that. Hyped for Devil May Cry. And I will see if I can squeeze in a Pokemon on Sunday as well, if I can get the editing videos done. All right, everyone. This is going to be a packed weekend. Have a fantastic week. Bye-bye.